Show. He's rock and roll.
Oh, welcome to Touhyville for the 20th day of January 2025. I think your sound is on over there. I thought it was, and then I just put my headphones
on.
Took my headphones off, and I was like,
Give me a
no,
minute.
I'm hearing things. I'm hearing things.
Hold on. Now I can't get to it. Something's going on with my computer.
Okay. Welcome into the amusement park for your mind, the carnival for your cranium, the holiday for your head. I would be your host, Steve Touhy, joining me for all the fun. Cheryl Touhy. Good morning.
Good morning. How's it going?
Is something broken?
No, just someone was on the computer. So anyway,
Okay.
we're here.
All right.
I'm here. Ta-da.
Happy Blue Monday. See? There you go.
I don't believe in that stuff, but
No.
that's okay.
Still a day. Still a day.
Yeah, I don't know how you'd calculate that it's the most depressing day of the year or something like that. I don't get that. It's not.
No, tomorrow is when it's going to be negative 19.
No.
That's how that works.
Yeah.
Camcorder Day. Happy Elementary School Teacher Day.
Camcorders still have a day? Are you kidding me? And we can't get a day?
I don't think they take the days away. Once you get one,
maybe
I
they
think.
should, or we should have one day for all of it, like olive green rotary phones.
I'm going to assume it has something to do with it being patented, something to do with it coming out. I'm going to guess. It doesn't say it all. It just says it's annually on the 20th. Okay.
Right.
Elementary School Teacher Day. Did you have a favorite elementary school teacher?
Of course. I mean, I didn't have a favorite. No. I had lots and lots of favorites.
For elementary school, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, Mrs. Golub, a ton. Mrs. Gorelick, like there's just a ton. There's too many to even.
Yeah.
Mrs. Goldman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's cool.
Yep. Yeah, I had a lot. Because rabbis and teachers, Rebbitzins, okay, female rabbis are Rebbitzins. So,
I was today years old when I learned that.
Well, the Rebbitzin is the wife of, because you can't be a female rabbi in the Orthodox Jewish community.
That's why.
So,
Okay.
But you can be a very smart, kick butt, awesome, loving teacher. And that's really what biblically driven people are. Like if you've ever seen their teaching technique, it's, in my mind, they're strict when it comes to things like loving, teasing. Like I can still remember dealing with my fourth grade, the class that came back from third grade to fourth grade was a real hard year for me in teaching in Sunday school. They went away and they were just all friendly and loving and eager to learn and all that stuff. They came back eager to learn, but they were very cliquish and very not nice to each other. And I couldn't believe my eyeballs. Like they almost fell out of my head at what I would see. Like, what is going on? People were moving desks away from people. They were teasing people based on weight. They were bullying people. I had a kid in my class with Tourette's. So I had 30 kids in my class and one had Tourette's. And I'm like, what happened to this class over the summer? Like, they got to see a side of me in the first 3 days, I want to say, that they had never seen before. Just because in Judaism, we literally have a fast day for a rabbi's students that died in a plague, because it's said that they died because they were so busy worshiping God that they were in competition with each other as to who was smartest first on the list, more kosher than the other one, blah, blah, blah. And so God just went, okay, if you don't get that you don't understand what's important to me, I'm going to knock you out one by one until you do. So there was a big plague, and then there was a day of fast, and everybody kind of got their ducks in a row, so Rabbi Akiva's students kind of pulled it together. But He was one of the most infamous rabbis of the time. And for his students to be dying, everybody was like, whoa. And so I let my kids have it because there's no point in teaching you biblical stuff. There's no point in you knowing that there's 613 do's and don'ts and there's, this and that. And, you can recite all the books of the Bible or the chapters of the Bible backwards and forwards and all that. If you're not going to understand that loving your fellow human being is first and foremost and will always be in God's book. How you treat each other is a direct reflection of that. So my kids went away for the summer and lost their minds. And I said, okay, I'm not going to teach today. We're going to talk about this. And if you don't get it by the end, it's going to be a very long year for you because I won't teach you anything else, like all the fun stuff we're learning, because they were known for being like the best and just absorbing things like a sponge. And I went, nope, put the books away until you realize the way you just treated her makes you dumber than a box of rocks right now and unacceptable in God's eyes. Like, get a grip. And so I had a lot of teachers like that. So we were hugged. We were, what's going on with you? Is there something going on? Let me help you.
Very personal.
Stayed very personal. And our classrooms could be, because I think when I went to school, there were 20 kids in the room.
Yeah, that was probably about how it was when I was a kid, 20 to 25, maybe, in each class, maybe 30 sometimes. But, but
it was, I had a lot of favorites, a lot of people. I'd sleep over at my rabbi's houses, like all that stuff that I'm not sure. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, we didn't.
For the Sabbath, because we couldn't drive. So if we wanted to go to synagogue or experience, their wives would cook for us, all that stuff. I had rabbis setting me up on dates. Like they were all family, or a lot of them were family.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I guess I could see later in life being set up on dates and things, but the sleepover thing, I think, never would have happened.
So when I had at my highest, they were like in third grade, maybe. I had 28 children to my house for the Sabbath. I had boys and girls, and I had a huge living room in this apartment that I was renting. The boys went there. The girls went in the dining room, and we all walked to synagogue together. It was a trip.
Yeah.
28 kids, and I'm responsible for all of it. And then pick up right after the Sabbath was crazy.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yes, I have. Yeah. And then if you ask me my favorite teacher, probably of all time, her name was Geveret Bass. Geveret is Mrs. So Geveret Bass. And she was the one who made us do corrections on corrections on corrections on any test she gave us. So if any word on the test in Hebrew, first of all, you could not speak English the minute you entered her domain. No English at all. But let's say it was a spelling test, because she taught us a couple different subjects. Spelling test. If we, even up at the top, wrote anything wrong, she'd circle it in red, and we would not get our score on that test until everything was corrected. So what would happen is you'd give her corrections, then you'd get more corrections back that she missed the first time. So corrections in Hebrew are tikkunim. We used to say she was giving us tikkunim ala tikkunim ala tikkunim ala tikkunim. Like, we just had to keep on correcting and correcting. But when I got to Israel, other than what is called a mivtah, like my accent, you could not tell that I could not speak it from the time I was this big.
Gotcha.
Because she got us ready. And we'd want to blow our brains out in the meantime. Like when we, I had her from freshman year to senior year, and then went off to Israel. But when we got back from Israel, we couldn't thank her enough. She prepped us for everything. So,
right.
Yeah. What about you?
I don't know that I had.
Was there a teacher at recess?
Yeah, I was just saying.
Was it the lunch lady?
Grammar school. I guess I had a few here and there, that were good at different times, but none that like stick out to me as like my favorites,
Yeah.
So I know I really liked my first grade teacher, Mrs. Maud, but I think that was more of like I had a crush on her.
Wow.
So, but like, yeah. I mean, I had a couple in high school that were more,
Mhm.
important to me, but yeah, not really so much.
So in third grade,
Mhm,
there were two of us that were adopted.
mhm,
I had more of a problem than Marcy did, but because I looked African American. I just looked, and there were no black Jews at that point. So
mhm.
I got
Sammy
teased.
Davis Jr.
Yeah, that's the Candyman can. Okay, so right.
Just
Who
saying.
can take a
I'm just saying he
sunrise?
was. Yeah.
He was.
Yeah.
Okay, but there weren't a lot of Ethiopian
I
Jews
know.
and stuff like
I'm
that back
kidding.
then.
I'm kidding.
So
Mm-hmm.
I got teased a lot, and Ruchama Gorelick was my teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And she had Marcy and I come up in the front of the class and said, for all of you who are teasing her, knock it off. Teasing these two.
Mm-hmm.
Their parents chose them.
Mm-hmm.
So just like, they would teach us the Jews are the chosen people and all that. They were chosen by their parents.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you dare ever put them down for how they look, how they speak, if they're different, whatever it is. And so I still remember that day.
Yeah.
And then years later, she was the one after I got my teaching degree and came back from Israel that recruited me to teach at Maine Township because she controlled all the education. So she had moved up and moved up and moved up. So years and years after she taught me in third grade, she actually was responsible for placing me for teaching.
Very cool.
So
Rich says, good morning, Steve and Cheryl. He says, -19. That is National Car Doesn't Start Day. So
yeah.
Melissa says, good morning. Rich says, my favorite teacher would my favorite teacher, I would have loved to stay over at her house. LOL.
Oh, jeez.
See?
Yeah.
And Bob, who used to sit in this chair, says Happy National Disc Jockey Day, which is today as well. Yes.
All right. And Melody said, I had nuns. Enough said.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I would say, despite there's been times in my career that I've played music, I have never referred to myself as a disc jockey. I've just never been a disc jockey.
Okay, so as a disc jockey, disc jockeys spin hits.
Yeah,
they play music.
Jockey discs. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that wasn't somebody who's a talk show host.
Just who was on the radio. I never thought of myself that way. As like,
got it.
I just always thought of myself as, for lack of a better term, a personality who just happens to be on the radio, or take it even further, a comedian who just happens to be on the radio. So, I've worked places where I've played music and stuff, but I've just never been, it's just never fit me because I don't really know a lot about music. And I feel like disc jockeys are really good at knowing, the music, like,
and the history behind
like
it.
Tim, who we used to work with, he knows all that stuff.
Yeah.
He's got it all up there. So,
yeah. Now, what am I then?
You're just Cheryl.
I'm a salesperson that accidentally fell into it.
Yeah, you're a talk show co-host. You're just you. International Day of Acceptance is today. Martin Luther King Jr. Day, of course. Butter Crunch Day, Cheese Lovers Day, Coffee Break Day, Day of Service, Penguin Awareness Day. Be aware there's penguins out there, especially when it's this cold. They could be walking right down College Avenue today. We don't know. Take a walk outdoors day. I'm gonna pass on that.
Not today.
I'm gonna save that one for spring.
I was gonna say, can we move that to June?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to that one, and then of course today is Inauguration Day. So, which is always on, I believe it's always on the 20th, right? Or is it just always on a Monday? No, it's not always a Monday, right? It's always the 20th, no matter when that falls. I think it's always on the.
That's a
20th.
good question.
Yeah, I think it's always on the 20th, no matter what day of the week that falls on. But it just so happens to be a Monday this year, Because I could swear I've seen it on a
Every
Friday
4
before.
years on January 20th.
Yeah, it's always
Or
on the 20th.
21st if the January 20th falls on a Sunday.
Got it. So they won't do it on a Sunday.
Got it. All right.
Rich says, yep, always on the 20th. All right.
And it's indoors for the first time, I think, in 45 years.
I think the first time since Reagan, I thought they said. So that would be, that would be 1980.
What did I say?
45 years would be.
Oh my God! I just threw up in my mouth.
When you were in grammar school with all those teachers you were talking about, or at least I was. You were still in grammar school in 80, right?
I was going into high school.
Okay, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I was probably in first grade with that teacher I had a crush on.
Oh my
right?
gosh.
80? Yeah, would have been 6.
I'm trying to remember if I ever had a teacher that I had a crush on.
Oh yeah, I think that's more of a boy thing.
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so. I think that's more of a boy thing.
Yeah, they were all like, yeah. Yeah.
Well, and you said most of your teachers were rabbis too, so that's a little different. That'd be
Or
like,
female Rebbitzins, or yeah. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. We found out over the weekend that sadly we lost a resident of Touhyville who was always whenever she was around commenting on the show, would come out to see us at our things, and was just out at the fair over the weekend and had her Touhyville shirt customized to say a Real Housewife of Touhyville. So we're sad to pass along the news that Belinda Oliver lost her battle with cancer last week. So we were, of course, sad to find that out. We knew she had been battling for a while. She had done some, or folks had done some things to help raise funds for her and her family and dealing with things. So, of course, it's a loss for us, but not a loss like her family's going through. So
yes,
for sure, we're of course so sorry for her loss, but nonetheless sad that that she's gone, and hopefully no longer in pain, or and has moved on,
eating lots of biscuits and gravy in heaven.
There you go,
with Jesus.
Absolutely,
that's the way I picture it. Yeah. But I was, so
found out
Saturday
over the weekend, and that she had passed away on Thursday, I believe. Last week. So so sad news. Yes, that Belinda Oliver, who was always interacted with us on the program, and we were always glad to have her there. So
funny, loving, inspiring, a fighter.
Yes. Yeah, no doubt
all
about
of it.
So
giving, gracious. So she will be missed.
Yes, absolutely. So we're going to take a break, come back. I know there's a couple of schools that were supposed to be in school today that I don't think are.
Really?
Some that were off. Yeah, I guess some that.
Wait, so Martin Luther King Day is not? I thought that's a holiday where.
I thought it was automatic, but apparently it's not. So,
okay.
So we'll get into that. We'll do our poll question and all that good stuff coming up. All right, honey, I'm heading out for my morning walk. Hey, neighbor, front yard is looking great.
Yeah, we picked up some beautiful plants from Clark's.
Oh, there's Scott. Hey, your landscaping looks incredible.
Yep, quick trip to Clark's for some rocks and mulch. It was super easy with their help.
All right, see you guys later. Honey, I'm back from my walk.
Great. Hey, I was thinking we should really do something with our front yard.
You know, we should go to Clark's Garden and Floral Center. They have everything from plants to rocks and mulch to outdoor decorations.
Great idea. Did you come up with that on your own?
Of course.
Clark's Garden and Floral Center on Route 231 in Remington. Visit online at clarksgardenandfloral.com and like them on Facebook.
Rensselaer Iron and Metal is the picture of going green. Recycling metals is what they do. Keeping the metal business right here in the good old USA is what they're all about. Giving top dollar for your scrap iron not only helps keep your community clean, but it keeps our jobs and steel industry going strong. Remember, when you take your scrap to Rensselaer Iron and Metal, you're supporting your own economy. Rensselaer Iron and Metal, where your trash turns into cash.
Life is about connecting. Music, email, movies, shopping, social media, gaming, and streaming. Nitco is here to help you with all that technology has to offer. Nitco offers high-speed internet for your home or business. Nitco has an incredible lineup of TV channels for all your viewing needs with television the way you want it. Nitco also is your home for telephone service. Need all three? Nitco has great savings when you bundle. Visit nitco.com today or call 1-800-621-2344 because life is about connecting with Nitco.
Take me to the nearest Monopoly games from the Hoosier Lottery.
Pass go, then advance 3 spaces.
Ooh.
Play beyond the board with prizes up to $20,000. Play responsibly. Monopoly is a trademark of Hasbro.
Are you ready for a mouthful of deliciousness? The Good Table in Kentland is bringing back the crave-worthy pizza. Straight to your doorstep, yes, we deliver. Available Thursdays through Sundays between 4 and 8 p.m. A minimum order of $20 for out-of-town deliveries with a $1.50 delivery fee in town and $5 out of town. Call 219-474-3245. The Good Table. Good food, good friends, good times, and now good pizza delivered straight to your door.
Shop can't miss deals going on now during Pro Savings Days at Lowe's. For a limited time, get a free adjustable stand when you buy a DeWalt 12-inch miter saw. That's a $229 value. Plus, save $680 on a Midea 4-piece kitchen appliance suite. Now just $17.96. Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Valid 1/13 through 1/24. Cannot be combined with additional discounts while supplies last. See store or Lowe's.com for more details and qualifying items.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards that zero-turn lawnmower you've always wanted. And after using its edge-shaping technology to meticulously sculpt the face of the Mona Lisa into your grass, you'll become the undisputed king of Saturday morning lawn care, leaving your neighbor and sworn enemy Gary to question his place in the delicate neighborhood ecosystem. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Touhyville. 2 Tuohys, no waiting.
Good morning, sunshine. What? It's Monday already?
Weekend is over.
So what's on Monday?
Back to work.
Monday?
Oh, I can't do Monday. Too soon.
Better make that money.
Back to work.
Work. I'm all about making that money. Great. Let's do it. It's showtime.
Welcome to Touhyville. Stephen Sherrill with you here on a frigid Monday morning. That's the only way I could think to put it. Although we're about to see colder the next couple of days.
It's not my fault.
I don't know. Kind of is a little bit. Just I'm just saying. It kind of is. You're the one that said it. Just saying. When I do the weather, it's always nice out, sunny. Mm-hmm. It's like when I see someone at the grocery store and they say, "How you doing?" I always say, "Fine." That's how I am with the forecast. They're like, "Steve's doing the forecast. Today's gonna be fine."
Well, I almost just said, "Listen, let's wrap this up for this week. Take out every piece of moon boot.
Listen,
gloves, hats, all of it.
Mm-hmm.
Get them on and don't take them off until Friday."
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm with you. Yesterday was the first time that I put up any kind of mask or anything like over my face, and I think it's even that. So my ski mask is my dad's old ski mask. It's getting old. It's like
yeah, but that scares me. I mean, do you look like a robber? Because those are really scary when people put them on.
They're not like the Spider-Man ones.
Okay,
this one is just like your face is just cut out, like your eyes are just cut out, rather, like not just eye holes, but like you could see your I guess your eyes and your nose. I don't know how to describe. You understand what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
On the radio, I don't think I'm doing a good job of it, but for those that could see us, I'm doing a good job of it. I believe. I don't know. I'm not even sure that I'm here right now. So, all right. So before the break, we mentioned this, and I'm with you. I don't really understand because I thought all the schools were closed for
National holidays.
Yeah, for Martin Luther King Jr. Day. I thought they were
Yeah.
all closed, but apparently, not so much. I'm of a loss. I don't understand.
Okay.
So even though they weren't closed, some were already closed.
Okay.
So if you already knew your school was closed, then I'm not, you're not on the list. Like Rensselaer was closed, Kankakee Valley's closed, but apparently some of them are closed now due to the cold. So Tri-County, North Newton, South Newton, and West Central are all closed today due to the cold. Some of them are e-learning, so you got to check in with your school and find out what you're supposed to be doing today. But a couple of them are e-learning as well.
Okay, so e-learning is just you're doing it from home, but it's a day.
It's a day. It's still a school day. Yeah. So,
someone help me understand this.
I don't understand it. I really don't. So some of them are on e-learning. Some of them are just closed altogether. So Tri-County, North Newton, South Newton, and West Central are the ones that I know about that are closed. Like I said, some of those on e-learning. So I know for sure that West Central is e-learning. And I think North Newton is e-learning. So, but check with your school. Make sure you do the right thing. So I don't understand it. I'm not sure why they're not open or why they're not closed, rather, but they're not. So, so check it with your school to be safe. Closings and delays always brought to us by our friends over at Nitco. Visit nitco.com. Find out how you can get high-speed internet so you can do that e-learning even better. Visit nitco.com. Dave says, good morning, you too. I'm sorry about your friend. Try to have a good day. We certainly will. We'll stay bundled up and warm. We're going to do the show, and then we're going to go home and eat all kinds of cold weather foods.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
We cooked it up over the weekend.
Yes, so we're
chili, stew,
and the chili came out so good. Oh, Steve.
And homemade chicken noodle soups. You did good with the stew. So we made chili, homemade soup, and homemade stew over the weekend. And
the house smells amazing.
Oh,
just saying.
So yeah, today is just gonna be hunkered down. After the show, we're gonna go home, watch some movies, and just eat warm food. Yeah. Larry says, good morning, Steve and Cheryl. Try to stay warm. You too, Larry. Please stay warm out there. If you do have to work outside this week, bundle it up.
And check on each other. So if you have elderly friends, neighbors,
and by elderly we mean like over 40, because it's cold out there.
Right.
It's
well,
cold.
That is us.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's cold.
Check on us.
Check on everybody.
Yeah.
Sean says, good morning, Steve and Cheryl. I would take an e-learning day or a week. Sean, I don't blame you, buddy. I mean, if you are out there in this today working, you and John bundle up and please stay warm, for goodness sakes. This is dangerous type weather.
I think you can get frostbite in under 20 minutes, right? Like,
yeah, I don't know how long it is, but yeah, you should look into it, because that's yeesh. Yeah, this is
be very careful.
This is the weather where it's just like, okay, what are we doing? What, whose idea was this?
Yeah.
Well,
and on days like this where we're, it's Martin Luther King Day, for Easter, it's I watched The Passion. Now I'm gonna wind up watching either Selma or I Am Martin, MLK Jr.
Oh, really?
Or Betty and Coretta. I love that movie. Love the movies about the wives.
See, and I feel like Martin Luther King wants us to enjoy our day off and play video games. That's what I feel. I think he would have really wanted. That's what
that honors him. All right. There you go.
Listen, I'm honoring him by going home. That's what he would have wanted.
Do you ever want to learn is there ever this is not bad, good, or otherwise, but do you ever feel like, oh, I don't know enough about that subject. I'm gonna watch a movie or learn about it? Do they inspire you like days like that?
No.
Easter or a holiday?
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Wasn't understanding the question.
Well,
Yeah.
no, because I mean, when you say, "Do I ever want to learn more stuff?" And I'm like,
oh,
well,
I didn't mean it obviously in a broad sense.
Yeah,
Do you ever want to learn anything?
Right, but but on the day, no, I don't ever feel that like you do.
I'm
no.
always compelled by a day.
No, I don't.
When it's President's Day, I'm always like, I don't know too much about American presidents. I'm gonna go figure that out. So I watch Lincoln, or yeah.
Rich says, so MLK Day is a federal holiday, but in certain states like Illinois, it isn't considered a legal school holiday and leaves it to the school to decide. Huh. That is new to me.
I didn't know there was a thing.
I just thought if it was federal, that's across the board. So do the schools decide whether or not they're going to be off for Christmas? Do they decide that with all the federal holidays? I don't know.
I just know that in when I was in parochial school and in high school, every time there was a holiday, obviously we were off for the holiday part, because on Jewish holidays you can't drive, you can't work, you can't turn on lights, you can't cook, that kind of stuff. But when there was something like that, like Yom HaShoah, Holocaust Memorial Day, or whatever it is, there would be all sorts of things in the gymnasium, all sorts of things where we were learning about that day.
So you weren't off for those?
Well, Yom HaShoah and Yom HaZikaron, they're paying respect to the fallen. So as a school, we would have a full day, not learning day. We would have a full day of what did that mean?
But you still had to go to school.
Yes.
So you weren't off.
Right.
I mean, that's,
On some of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Which, I mean, some of those would equate to similar to what we're talking about today.
Yeah.
Interesting. Rich says, news to me. Yeah. I just thought, I mean, and if I had to take a test on how things were when I was a kid, I would probably not pass. I don't remember. Were we always off on Martin Luther King Jr. Day? I'm assuming we were, but if I absolutely had to, know for sure, I couldn't know for sure. There's so many things that I just do not remember from when I was younger.
Yeah, I wonder sometimes, because I had a few friends take citizen tests. I don't know that I would pass.
I think about that whenever it comes up when we talk about people
becoming
citizens and stuff.
Of
the
United States. Yeah.
Well, my brother-in-law had to. I mean, Wes had to, become a citizen. He was born in Poland, and I wonder if I could pass the same test. I doubt if I could now. I mean, I maybe could have in grammar school or high school.
Yeah, because I just remember the Constitution test, and we didn't have to take it again. I just remember 8th grade. Oh
no, I had to take it twice. Yeah, my fun story about the Constitution test was took it in 7th or 8th grade, I forget, and then and passed after really cramming. And then in high school, my history teacher. Now, I'm not saying this was the case for all football coaches, but my history teacher was absolutely the football coach first and history teacher second. And I happened to be in the history class that had the majority of the football players. We did not do history class. Almost never did we do history class. Once in a while, we'd get into a few things. And one day,
what did he do?
Hung out. It was kind of a study hall. Yeah. So one day he came in and said, "Hey, I forgot we're supposed to have the Constitution test done. So we're just going to do it today and see where we stand." And
Well, if you don't pass, you can't graduate.
2 people passed, and I happen to be one of them.
Really?
Yeah. I
Now,
remembered
was that
enough
because
from
you
cramming.
remembered enough for? Okay.
Yeah, I probably remembered enough from cramming. So, so then over the next, I think, month, we actually learned the Constitution, then retook the test. And but I remember it was not a class. It was just like, he just came in and was like, oh yeah, we're gonna do the Constitution test. Rich says, I guess all holidays are up to the school board. I had no idea. I thought federal holiday meant day off. If the banks close, so do schools.
That's what I thought.
That's what I thought.
Hi. Okay.
And really, for the majority of time, since I've taken over the company, since I bought the radio stations, we have all been off pretty much all the federal holidays. Like, we've just kind of coincided with that. And we decided to come in and do the show just because we like doing the show and like hanging out with you guys. But technically, today's a day off for us.
Right.
Like, we both are going to get paid the same whether we took the day off today or not.
Yeah.
It's,
And here, truth be told, we talked about it and we said, we don't want to take time off, we'll take the show off and then we'll go home and pretend it's a day,
a day off.
And right about 6:30 last night, I was kind of feeling like that was a bad decision.
Right. And
time to go to bed, not in the mood to go to bed. Oh,
Right.
you mean I could have been in bed, all comfy, cozy, not freezing to death this morning? But
Right.
yeah.
Yep.
But then once we got going, I mean, there's always an excitement about doing the show. We do not take advantage of it at all. And I love our prep because we're like, okay, how are we going to do this today? So
yeah,
I just saw something that absolutely made me fall off my chair.
Okay.
Ready? I just ate what I thought was a feta cheese crumble for my salad off my shirt. Turns out it was deodorant. How's your day going?
Oh my.
I get all these things in my feed. My Facebook feed is so good.
Yeah.
It's juicy. It's funny. There's no wrong stuff on it. Like, at this point, I really enjoy my feed.
Yep. So Rich says, why aren't you guys off? We just said it because we just wanted to hang out with you guys this morning.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break and then we got to get to the poll question and I got to get to what's happening. All kinds of good stuff still to come. Stick around.
Weather is brought to you by Alliance Bank.
Today, Martin Luther King Day, bundle up. It is freezing out there. Increasing clouds, windy with a high near 12. Wind chill values as low as -16. Tonight, a slight chance of snow showers between 9 p.m. and 3 a.m., then occasional flurries after 3 a.m. Mostly cloudy and windy with a low around -2. Wind chill values as low as -18. Tuesday, sunny, windy, and brutally cold with a high near 4. Wind chill values as low as -19. Tuesday night, partly cloudy and windy with a low around -1. Wind chill values as low as -14. Wednesday, mostly cloudy with wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour and a high near 23. Wednesday night, a 20% chance of snow after midnight. Mostly cloudy with a low around 16.
That's your forecast from the Weather Center.
When life takes you places and you can't get to the store, shop online with the new Strachan Van Til to Go. It's easy to use. Register using your rewards account login and password. Fill your virtual shopping cart. Choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strachan Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save money with your online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple. Food made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strachanvantil.com.
So you're telling me I can get any Quiznos 8-inch sub for $5.55 after 5?
Yep.
So I can order an 8-inch Baja Chicken Club for $5.55 after 5?
Yep.
Or a Black Angus Steakhouse for $5.55 after 5?
Yes. Or a French dip, or a steakhouse cheddar, or a peppercorn steak.
For $5.55 after 5?
Yes. Only at Quiznos in Wheatfield, right across from KV.
$5.55 after 5 for any 8-inch sub at the Quiznos in Wheatfield. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Download the Quiznos app today.
Joanne, are you sure this is a good idea? You really want me to shoot you out of a cannon?
A buyer called and wanted to know what the roof looked like, so I'm going to get a good picture.
The team at Jenkins Realtors will go above and beyond to help you buy or sell your home. Since 1976, Jenkins Realtors have been helping the people in our community buy the home of their dreams or make that move by selling their home. Call 219-866-5908 or visit JenkinsRealtorsInc.com. Jenkins Realtors, trusted, respected, recommended.
Did you get a good picture?
Hello?
Hey, man. I need your help.
Doing what?
Well, see, I'm clearing out the garage and I need help loading my truck and taking the junk to the landfill. It should only be 3 or maybe 4 or 5 or 6 trips.
Just get a dumpster from Patriot Dumpster Service instead. It'll be faster.
A dumpster? Oh, I don't want to spend a lot on this.
Not so fast, my friend. Patriot Dumpster Service has very reasonable and competitive rates. Plus, they'll help you get the right size dumpster for your job. They drop it off, you fill it up, and they'll come back and take it away. No fuss, no muss.
How do I get a hold of them?
Just go to patriotdumpster.in and click on Book Now. Pick the dates you need the dumpster for, and it's yours for up to 14 days.
Well, that sounds easy.
Oh, it is, and you don't have to worry about scratching up your truck and getting hurt with all that loading and unloading.
Thanks. So when are you coming over?
I gotta go.
I wish my friends were as dependable as Patriot Dumpster Service.
Let the friendly and reliable team at Patriot Dumpster Service, a family-owned and operated company that puts their customers first. Patriot Dumpster Service, serving Valpo to Monticello and Kentland to Wanata and all points in between. You can trust Patriot Dumpster Service to handle your waste management needs with integrity, reliability, and a genuine dedication to your satisfaction. Visit them today at patriotdumpster.in.
It's a new year. Why not start it with a new career? Looking for a job with a family-owned company that invests in the career development and the fulfillment of their employees? Chief Buildings, a leader in the metal building industry and local manufacturer and Rensselaer since 1968, is now hiring machine operators, experienced welders, and a maintenance mechanic. Chief offers competitive wages, comprehensive benefits, employee engagement activities, and real opportunities for advancement. Apply online today at indiana.chiefbuildings.com and take the first step toward a future where you're valued. That's indiana.chiefbuildings.com. Chief Buildings is an equal opportunity employer.
Did you know that Jasper County REMC offers scholarships for local students along with fun and educational opportunities throughout the year? Whether it's learning about how state government runs and how bills become laws, to fun and educational camps along with life-changing educational adventures. To find out more about the opportunities Jasper County REMC provides for local students, visit jasperremc.com and click on the Community tab and then select Student Opportunities.
97.7 The Q.
What's the fuss? Tell me what's happening. What's the fuss? Tell me what's happening. What's the fuss? Tell me what's happening. What's the fuss? Tell me what's happening.
All right, let's see what's happening. Kid Rock and the Village People performed at a Trump rally yesterday. Kid Rock has no problem with the Village People as long as they don't get their own Bud Light can. Then he's going to be mad. Google says that it will not add fact-checking despite a European Union law requiring them to. However, there's no way to know if that story is true because I read it on Google, so I don't. Might not be.
Wait, what? I'm just so lost between that and TikTok right now.
TikTok's back. Don't worry.
Right.
Speaking of which, the Supreme Court upheld the TikTok ban.
Right.
The
That's
ruling,
what I don't understand.
The ruling is actually called the people of the United States versus that thing our grandkids use. Today, as I mentioned, is Blue Monday. It's known as the most depressing day of the year. Wrong. That was Saturday, said Detroit Lions fans. Oh boy, they had a bad day. That was supposed to be their year. Detroit fans, I'm sorry. Wine sales in the U.S. were down about 6% last year, although up 70% with Southwest Pilots. A new survey shows about 16% of Americans feel lonely. That percentage was determined by looking at the number of respondents who asked the surveyor to come home and hang out with them. Donald Trump put Mel Gibson, John Voight, and Sylvester Stallone in charge of bringing back Hollywood. It's the biggest entertainment story of 1987. No? All right. You all right over there?
I'm all right.
Have I lost you? All right.
You have not lost me. You'd like to, but no, you have not.
And lastly, a benefit concert to raise funds for LA wildfire victims is going to be called Fire Aid. Organizers invited Earth, Wind, and Fire to perform. And then thought about it a little bit and then just invited Earth. We got the other two covered. We're all set on Wind and Fire. We got what the hell is that? All right. Let's get to the poll question real quick, and then because already we got to take our next break so we can get to Frank with sports in a little bit and find the big deal with Striker Van Til, all that good stuff. So Friday we had a food fight Friday, and I asked, which do you like better? This was very close.
I thought it would be. Mm-hmm.
Lifesavers versus Jolly Ranchers.
What say you?
I realized I didn't vote, so I'm about to vote Jolly Ranchers. Oh, the voting window is passed. So, I would have said Jolly Ranchers.
And I said Lifesavers.
Oh, so we cancel
each
each
other out. So we cancel each other out.
So 53% of people said Lifesavers. 47% said Jolly Ranchers. For me, Jolly Ranchers has better flavors. I get what you were talking about them being bigger and all that
Intense.
stuff, and strong, but yeah, I like them. Susie says the same. Lifesavers, Jolly Ranchers are just too intense. I could never finish one. I used to love the watermelon and the apple. Kelly says Jolly Ranchers pull caps off. Really? Do they like melt like that? Like
stick.
Yeah, I guess because I always think of like now and laters for something like that. So, all right. Now, on to our poll question from today. And we're gonna, when we come back in the 7 o'clock hour, I want to get more into talking about TikTok in this poll question. But for now, go ahead and answer. Did it matter to you at all that TikTok went away for a little bit yesterday? Because I mean, it was gone for like what, 4 hours? Like
I couldn't tell you.
I mean, yeah, it's. And the only reason that I knew is because of all the talk. Like I wouldn't have got on it, but I wanted to see. So yeah.
I just keep seeing everybody post I'm sorry, we're gone for yeah.
So I want to talk a little bit about TikTok because you had a question for me yesterday that I thought would be interesting to other people that maybe just don't care about it and might say to themselves, what does it matter? Like, and that's what you asked me yesterday. So I want to get into that and of course a whole lot more. So stick around for all the fun. We're just really getting started here. We're already through the first hour. I feel like we just ramped up. So stick around and bundle up for goodness sakes.
Looking to elevate your steering? Let Ag Leader enhance your equipment's performance with our innovative steering technology. From November 1st to December 31st, trade in your old steering system and receive up to $5,000 off a complete auto steer package, which includes the new InCommand Go 16 display. Act now and you'll also receive 50% off a Turn Path Unlock. Contact Peterson Ag Service, your local Ag Leader dealer at 765-314-3276 or stop by and see us in Remington to learn more about your trade-in options. Go steer crazy with Ag Leader.
Hello. Hey, man. I need your help.
Doing what?
Well, see, I'm clearing out the garage and I need help loading my truck and taking the junk to the landfill. It should only be 3 or maybe 4 or 5 or 6 trips.
Just get a dumpster from Patriot Dumpster Service instead. It'll be faster.
A dumpster? Oh, I don't want to spend a lot on this.
Not so fast, my friend. Patriot Dumpster Service has very reasonable and competitive rates. Plus, they'll help you get the right size dumpster for your job. They drop it off, you fill it up, and they'll come back and take it away. No fuss, no muss.
How do I get a hold of them?
Just go to patriotdumpster.in and click on Book Now. Pick the dates you need the dumpster for, and it's yours for up to 14 days.
Well, that sounds easy.
Oh, it is, and you don't have to worry about scratching up your truck and getting hurt with all that loading and unloading.
Thanks. So when are you coming over?
I gotta go.
I wish my friends were as dependable as Patriot Dumpster Service.
Let the friendly and reliable team at Patriot Dumpster Service, a family-owned and operated company that puts their customers first. Patriot Dumpster Service, serving Valpo to Monticello and Catlin to Wanata and all points in between. You can trust Patriot Dumpster Service to handle your waste management needs with integrity, reliability, and a genuine dedication to your satisfaction. Visit them today at patriotdumpster.in.
Now at Menards, save big money on everything for your next project. Transform everyday spaces into gathering places with custom craft countertops from Menards. Countertops are the center of the home, and we offer stylish options with durability that will last for years to come. Visit our kitchen showrooms in-store or go on Menards.com and get a free design estimate today. Plus, check out our weekly flyer for many other great deals happening this week.
Save big money at Menards.
Head to Another Season in DeMott to find unique gifts for friends, family, and more. You may even find a little something for you, like I always do. At Another Season, you'll find Duke Cannon products for men and Capri Blue and Swan Creek candles to make your home smell amazing. The new Patch Bar is a great way to show off your personal style. Grab patches for things like hats, jackets, and koozies. They'll get all those patches put on your items right there in the store. Explore their gourmet selection of charcuterie essentials for that next get-together. No time to water your flowers? No problem with Forever Flowers. And they don't die.
Need a gift for any reason? Head to Another Season, 605 North Halleck Street in DeMott. Connect with them on Facebook and Instagram for exclusive updates and inspiration.
97.7 FM, WLQI, Rensselaer.
It's time for a check of news. This check of news brought to us by Ned Tonner, attorney at law, located across from Milroy Park in Rensselaer. Here's Russ Martin.
There were 15 cars of CSX rail that derailed around 7 a.m. Eastern Time, northwest of Monon on Saturday. There were no injuries and no hazardous materials were in the cars that left the track. But the event of the freight train disrupted passenger service on Amtrak's Cardinal to and from Chicago and Indianapolis and beyond. Specifically, service to Chicago was stopped at Lafayette and returned to the capital city, while the southeastbound train from Chicago to Indianapolis and beyond was canceled. Bus transportation was provided. Those who have plans to travel on the passenger train should contact Amtrak regarding your schedule. A second person has been charged with the felony of assisting a criminal following the shooting of Orange County Deputy Sheriff Zach Andre on January 3rd. He is 37-year-old James Adams of Jennings County. Austin Shippers shot the deputy multiple times before fleeing the area. Shippers was later killed by law enforcement during a confrontation in Louisville. Investigators believe Adams gave Shippers a ride while knowing he was wanted by law enforcement. In addition to the felony of assisting a criminal charge, James Adams was charged with a misdemeanor of false informing. Adams was already in jail on another charge when he was told that he was being arrested for this crime. At last report, Zach Andre was still in critical condition. 51-year-old Jeffrey Zonka of San Pierre was back in Jasper Superior Court Judge Russell Bailey's courtroom this week for the latest pretrial conference. Jasper County deputies arrested the man last October on multiple felony counts of child molesting and more. The charges were forthcoming after a female juvenile alleged that actions of this sort took place between 2013 and 2018. One of the 10 counts against Jeffrey Zonka has now been dismissed, and that is the charge of criminal confinement. The next pretrial conference is set for March 17th. The name of the person killed in a one-vehicle rollover crash off Interstate 65 and the cause of death of that person were released Friday morning by the Tippecanoe County Coroner's Office. She was 22-year-old Luisiana Acevedo Sampaio. She was a passenger on a vehicle driven by her husband, 29-year-old Framber Monsart Greiman. The autopsy showed that Sampaio's death was caused by injuries suffered in the crash. Approximately 3 miles south of the State Road 38 Lafayette exit, Montserrat Greiman was incarcerated after release from the hospital, as law enforcement suspected he was impaired at the time of the crash. The American Red Cross has announced a blood drive will be held in DeMott on Thursday, January 23rd at the American Reformed Church located at 1021 South Halleck Street, across the street from the elementary school, from noon until 6 p.m. Walk-ins are accepted, but if you would like to set up an appointment to avoid a potential wait, then Google American Red Cross and type in the DeMott zip code of 46310. And stay safe and well, everyone. I'm Russ Martin.
Do you have a will or trust? Have you prepared end-of-life directives? Hi, this is Ned Tonner, reminding you of the importance of planning ahead. I offer affordable will and trust packages, which include business and healthcare power of attorneys and living wills. Don't be caught unprepared. Let's get started today on your future.
Ned Tonner Attorney at Law is located on West Washington Street in Rensselaer, across from Milroy Park. Call 866-8888 to schedule your appointment. Local obituaries are sponsored by Jackson Funeral Chapels.
Respect, dignity, compassion. 3 simple words, yet they mean a great deal to us. They represent those values we strive to offer each and every family we serve, just as we have for nearly 70 years. Jackson Funeral Chapels, Jackson Monuments, and Memory Garden Cemetery.
9-year-old Sean Tristan Taylor of Earl Park, son of Dwayne and Annette Taylor, passed away on January 15th. Memorials in lieu of flowers may be sent in Sean's memory to United Leukodystrophy Foundation, the Make-A-Wish Foundation, or Give Kids the World Foundation. A celebration of life for Sean Tristan Taylor will be held at Gertz, Windler, and Keller Funeral Homes, Fowler Chapel, today from 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern. Arrangements entrusted to Gertz, Windler, and Keller Funeral Homes, Fowler Chapel. Condolences may be expressed at kellerfh.com. 66-year-old Mark Allen Carter of Attica passed away on January 15th. Visitation will be held from 11 a.m. to 2 Eastern today at First Christian Church in Brook, where funeral services for Mark Allen Carter will be held at 2 o'clock today. Pastor Timothy Ross officiating. Cremation rites will follow this service. In lieu of flowers, memorials may be made to Riley's Children's Hospital or St. Jude Children's Hospital. Condolences may be expressed at kellerfh.com. Arrangements entrusted to Gertz, Windler, and Keller Funeral Homes, Brook Chapel. 54-year-old Mark Anthony Ponto of Fowler passed away January 15th. Visitation will be held Tuesday, January 21st from 5 to 6 p.m. Eastern, with a celebration of life service for Mark Anthony Ponto to follow at 6 p.m. Eastern at Gertz, Windler, and Keller Funeral Homes, Fowler Chapel. In lieu of flowers, memorials may be made to the Fowler Community Center. Arrangements entrusted to Gertz, Windler, and Keller Funeral Homes, Fowler Chapel. Condolences may be expressed at kellerfh.com. 80-year-old Carolyn R. Van Vieren of Wheatfield passed away January 17th. Friends may call from 4 until 7 p.m. on Thursday, January 23rd at Bethel Christian Reformed Church in DeMott. Services for Carolyn R. Van Vieren will be held at the Bethel Christian Reformed Church at 7 p.m. on Thursday, January 23rd, with Reverend Jeremy Osterhaus officiating. Graveside services will be held at the Holland Cemetery on Friday, January 24th at 10 a.m. In lieu of flowers, memorials can be made out to Bethel Christian Reformed Church Lift Fund. Boardsman Funeral Home in Wheatfield has been entrusted with the arrangements. That's a look at your area funeral arrangements, brought to you by Jackson Funeral Chapels.
Weather sponsored by Rensselaer Care Center, recently named by Newsweek one of America's best nursing homes.
Today, Martin Luther King Day, bundle up. It is freezing out there. Increasing clouds, windy with a high near 12. Wind chill values as low as -16. Tonight, a slight chance of snow showers between 9 p.m. and 3 a.m., then occasional flurries after 3 a.m. Mostly cloudy and windy with a low around -2. Wind chill values as low as -18. Tuesday, sunny, windy, and brutally cold with a high near 4. Wind chill values as low as -19. Tuesday night, partly cloudy and windy with a low around -1. Wind chill values as low as -14. Wednesday, mostly cloudy with wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour and a high near 23. Wednesday night, a 20% chance of snow after midnight. Mostly cloudy with a low around 16.
That's your forecast from the Weather Center.
Welcome to Touhyville, 97.7 The Q and 98 Gold. It's time for a look at sports. It's brought to us by our friends over at Nitco. Visit nitco.com today and find out how you can get high-speed internet for your home or your business.
Pleasant. Good Monday. Here's your sports. I'm Frank Sprinkle. Beginning with college football, the moment near for Notre Dame, about ready to gather on Monday with Ohio State at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Both schools about ready to make history, playing for the first ever national championship in the 12-school playoff era. At 14-1 and 5th in the playoff seedings, the Fighting Irish have matched up with Ohio State in regular season play in 2022 and 2023, with the Buckeyes having won both meetings. Ohio State seeded 6 enters at 13-2. Kickoff slated for 6:30 p.m. Central. NFL NFL divisional playoffs wrapping up on Sunday. 2 games setting up the final 4 teams en route to Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans on February 9th. Sunday's first contest out of the NFC, the Philadelphia Eagles at home and in the snow move on, downing the Los Angeles Rams 28-22. Huge display from Saquon Barkley, the Eagles running back, 205 rushing yards on 26 carries and 2 touchdowns. NFC highlighted with the host Buffalo Bills advancing, squeezing by the Baltimore Ravens 27-25. Bills QB Josh Allen did not have a touchdown through the air, but managed to find the end zone twice on the ground. His counterpart Ravens QB Lamar Jackson delivering 254 passing yards on 18 of 25 attempts, 2 TDs. However, did turn the ball over twice, 1 pick and 1 fumble in all. 3 Ravens turnovers, none for the Bills. Ravens did have a chance to pull to even with 1:33 left in regulation. Jackson struck the end zone from 24 yards out, cutting the Bills' advantage to 2. However, going for 2, Jackson tried to find tight end Mark Andrews, who dropped the ball in the end zone. And now it's on to Championship Sunday. 6 days from now, first game will pair the Eagles once again at home against NFC East counterpart Washington Commanders. Then it's the AFC title showdown. The Bills heading into Kansas City, looking to rail the Chiefs' attempt at a 3rd straight Super Bowl championship. Saturday's area boys high school basketball, a road loss for Rensselaer Central, 65-58 to Couts. West Central, a home winner, 63-62 over Caston. Trojans picking up 18 points from Brendan Grindstaff. Both Brady Bishop and Bryce Naniga each had 15. Bishop a double-double, 10 rebounds. On their own floor, Tri-County tops Clinton Central 51-27. Noah Pratt led the Cavaliers with 11 points, while Clayton Atkinson had 10. A loss for DeMont Christian at Wheeler, 41-38. North Newnan takes a 72-36 defeat to host Delphi. Local girls high school basketball played Saturday. Rensselaer Central takes a 68-51 loss on the road to McCutcheon. At home, Kankakee Valley falls 45-27 to Munster. Benton Central defeated by host Lafayette Central Catholic 66-55. DeMont Christian ends up in the win column at Frontier 52-37. Across the state line, South Newnan loses to Watseka 55-26. High school wrestling on Saturday. The Midwest Conference Championship meet held Saturday at North Newnan. West Central took 5th as a team. Frontier ended up 4th. In 3rd, North White. Taking 2nd was Faith Christian, and Tri-County claimed 1st place. West Central had a couple of individual 1st place showings. Cameron Newsom, the 113-pound weight class, and Grant Peter at 120. Saturday in high school swimming, Rensselaer Central, part of the Hoosier Conference meet in West Lafayette. First, the girls, who took 3rd place as a team ahead of Hamilton Heights at 2nd, and 1st place host West Lafayette. The Bombers did not place 1st in any events, however, took 2nd in 11 events total, including a new school record set in the 400 freestyle relay, anchored by the team of Maddie Kosiba, Audrey Korniak, Braylon Jones, and Aubrey Gillette. Bombers boys team took 4th place. They finished 4th in 3 different team events, with Braden Bednar part of each event. NBA Bulls jump-starting a 3-game Pacific Coast trip on Sunday. First stop Portland, and a 113-102 defeat by the Trailblazers, themselves ending a 5-game losing streak. Bulls did get a game-high 27 points from Zach LaVine. Bulls will continue the trip on Monday at the Los Angeles Clippers. A game moved up a day earlier because of the wildfires. We'll have it on Bear Country 104.5 FM Bulls Network pregame, 9:15 p.m. Central. Tip-off just after 9:30 p.m. Central. Sunday's women's college basketball, a strong effort for Indiana at home. However, they could not get past 4th-ranked USC, falling 73-66. Lady Hoosiers, led by graduate student guard Sydney Parrish, a double-double, 16 points, 10 rebounds. Fellow graduate student guard Chloe Moore McNeil finished with 13, in which she recorded her 1,000th point as a collegiate. Host Valparaiso puts to a close a 5-game losing streak, defeating Bradley 59-52. 5th-year guard Ford Leah Ernest guiding the Lady Beacons with 27 points. Indiana stayed at home, unable to top Missouri State, losing 73-57. Off the bench, the Lady Sycamores with a double-double from sophomore Ford Stage Stahl, a team-high 17 points and 14 rebounds. NHL, it's the 2nd of 4 straight for the Blackhawks on United Center ice, skating Monday with the Carolina Hurricanes. Lastly, sad news out of baseball. Former White Sox manager Jeff Torborg passed away on Sunday in Westfield, New Jersey, confirmed by the White Sox on social media. Torborg managed the White Sox from 1989 to 1991, having claimed AL Manager of the Year in 1990, a season in which the White Sox posted a 94-68 record, 2nd in then the American League Western Division. Torborg also managed the Cleveland Indians, the New York Mets, Montreal Expos, and Florida Marlins. Torborg also enjoyed a 10-year Major League playing career as a catcher, 7 with the Los Angeles Dodgers, and 3 as a member of the California Angels, having caught 3 no-hitters, notably Sandy Koufax's perfect game versus the Cubs in September of 1965, a season which the Dodgers won the World Series, and then the first of Nolan Ryan's 7 no-nos in May of 1973 against the Kansas City Royals. No cause of death was provided. Torborg was 83. And that's a look at your sports for this Monday. I'm Frank Sprinkle.
Life is about connecting. Music, email, movies, shopping, social media, gaming, and streaming. Nitco is here to help you with all that technology has to offer. Nitco offers high-speed internet for your home or business. Nitco has an incredible lineup of TV channels for all your viewing needs with television the way you want it. Nitco also is your home for telephone service. Need all three? Nitco has great savings when you bundle. Visit nitco.com today or call 1-800-621-2344 because life is about connecting with Nitco.
All right, let's play Find the Big Deal with Dragon Man Till. Give me a call, 219-866-4104. Looking for the price today on, I just had it in front of me. Hold everything. Fresh, boneless, skinless chicken breast family tray on sale this week at Dragon Man Till. Fresh, boneless, skinless chicken breast family tray pack on sale this week at Dragon Man Till. 219-866-4104. Let me know the price on that. You'll be entered in for a chance to win that $50 gift card from Striker Man Till and Touhyville.
Build your business with a partner you can trust. The Home Depot. When you join Pro Extra, you get lower than shelf pricing and dedicated support to help you streamline your business and stay on budget. Get dedicated pro support for supply sourcing, custom orders, large equipment rentals, and more. At the Home Depot, we supply the support your job needs with the level of service your business deserves. The Home Depot, how pros get more done.
Netflix has huge news for you. WWE Monday Night Raw is live every week on Netflix. Live drama, live heroes, live action, featuring some of the biggest names in WWE, such as John Cena, undisputed WWE champion, the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Bianca Belair. There's never been a better time to step into the ring and stream WWE Raw. WWE Monday Night Raw is now on Netflix.
All right, Julie from Rensselaer and Carla from Rensselaer both got in to let me know. Fresh, boneless, skinless chicken breast family tray pack on sale this week for 99 cents a pound when you use your digital rewards account at Dragon Man Till. You know, you can order your groceries for delivery in this cold, or maybe you want them to do the shopping for you and you just go pick it up. Either way, you can do it through StragonManTill.com. You still get your in-store sale prices. Use your online coupons. You get your reward points. Use your reward points, all that good stuff. Dragon Man Till, life made simple. Food made easy. Visit StragonManTill.com. All right. Your second chance to get registered for that $50 gift card will be up on the WLQI and 98 Gold Facebook pages here in just a little bit. Head over there. Comment with the price on the same item. You'll be entered in for a chance to win. We're going to draw the winner on Friday right here in Touhyville. Good luck.
Are you ready for a mouthful of deliciousness? The Good Table in Kentland is bringing back the crave-worthy pizza. Straight to your doorstep, yes, we deliver. Available Thursdays through Sundays between 4 and 8 p.m. A minimum order of $20 for out-of-town deliveries with a $1.50 delivery fee in town and $5 out of town. Call 219-474-3245. The Good Table. Good food, good friends, good times, and now good pizza delivered straight to your door.
In times of financial uncertainty, how can you stay on track? Call on someone who's invested in your success. I'm Christine Bogan, your Rensselaer Edward Jones financial advisor. At Edward Jones, we believe in building a complete picture of your financial life, including your unique goals and passions, so we can help you work toward achieving what's most important to you. Call me at 219-866-3788 or visit edwardjones.com to get started today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
It's a new year. Why not start it with a new career? Looking for a job with a family-owned company that invests in the career development and the fulfillment of their employees? Chief Buildings, a leader in the metal building industry and local manufacturer in Rensselaer since 1968, is now hiring machine operators, experienced welders, and a maintenance mechanic. Chief offers competitive wages, comprehensive benefits, employee engagement activities, and real opportunities for advancement. Apply online today at indiana.chiefbuildings.com and take the first step toward a future where you're valued. That's indiana.chiefbuildings.com. Chief Buildings is an equal opportunity employer.
Brad Gutwein from Gutwein Motor Company in Monon.
In a small town, it's how you treat your customer.
you treat everybody the way you want to be treated. It really is that simple. We have customers that we've been doing business with for 4 generations, and that is only because they trust us, we trust them, and that's the way you got to build your business. We had to build any business.
Gutwein Motor Company in Monon has been serving the surrounding area for over 80 years.
Cars 80 years ago were pretty simple. But one thing that hasn't changed, the customer wants to feel like they're in charge of the transaction. They know what's going on, and they are comfortable with what's happening. That, I don't think, has ever changed. We always want to be upfront with the customer, tell them exactly what's happening, exactly the process that's going to happen. One thing I would like to say to everybody that has supported us over the 80 years, thank you very much. You'll like the way we do business at Gutwein Motor Company in Monon.
Did you know that Jasper County REMC offers scholarships for local students along with fun and educational opportunities throughout the year? Whether it's learning about how state government runs and how bills become laws, to fun and educational camps along with life-changing educational adventures. To find out more about the opportunities Jasper County REMC provides for local students, visit jasperremc.com and click on the Community tab and then select Student Opportunities.
Touhyville. 2 Touhies, and that's a lot of Touhy.
May I have your attention, please?
Hey, that's quite a voice you've got there. You ever think about doing radio?
Today is National...
It is National DJ Day. I'm a disc jockey.
Here's a complete disc jockey show with all the modern pace of today's exciting radio.
I'm the #1 DJ.
Hasn't she ever heard you on the radio?
Gotta go on the air. Great, let's do it.
All right, here we go.
Hit it! It's showtime.
Welcome to Touhyville. Steven Sherrill with you here, hanging out, having fun. Even though we're not jockeying any discs, we're glad to be here on the radio with you each and every morning, hanging out, doing our thing, having fun. I don't know if anybody jockeys discs anymore, although I shouldn't say that. Because I believe Russ Martin on the Oldies Show on the Sunday nights still jockeys, at least CDs. So it's still a compact disc.
Yes.
Not records, but that's all the technology I've gone through just in my career. Let alone what I can only imagine what Russ has seen in his career. But I've gone from, we had records, we had reel-to-reel tapes, he had
8 tracks.
He had 8 tracks. I don't know if radio stations ever played 8 tracks. I think they just went from albums to CDs. I don't know that I ever worked in a radio station that had an 8-track player. Now that I think it through. Yeah.
Okay, so when I saw the movie with Alec Baldwin, A Time to Kill, I think. No. When he goes to Martin Luther King's brother, I think he's a DJ and he's got like those.
I was just going to say those aren't 8 tracks; those are carts.
Oh,
so you know how we have a computer?
Yeah.
And we say putting the commercial in the cart.
Yeah.
It's really just lingo because it used to be what looked like an 8-track used to play our commercials. We would have a stack of 3 of them. So you would press play and that commercial would be playing and it would go and it could just run for 30 seconds and then stop.
Okay. So it did look like an 8-track.
It looked just like an 8-track. Yeah.
Okay. So now.
And then, yeah. And
got it.
You know how like I can get up and run to the bathroom during a break.
Right.
You couldn't do that because you had to press the next one after 30 seconds and press the next one after 30 seconds. And you'd pull the top one out and you'd put the next commercial into the top so that when the bottom one got done, and so if you had like 6 commercials in a break, you usually have about 3. I think some of the radio stations I worked in even only had 2.
So you couldn't take bathroom breaks the entire time you're on?
You had to play a long song.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow. And that was in your lifetime.
Wow. So all the little sound bites and things like that, even that thing coming back from the commercial, but like, even as silly as like, okay,
oh, good for you.
We used to have a rack with all the carts and it was like on the outside, it would say, oh, good for you. Oh, silly, funny voice, like,
So when you wanted to do the wah, 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 wah sound, you had it I
would have to go and find the cart
that said Price is Right, loser music.
Stick it in, press play, and then wouldn't have it at the touch of a finger or anything. Yeah. So anyway, none of that's why you called. Portion of the show is brought to us by George A. Memorial Healthcare in Brook. George Aid is more than just for the elderly. They have workplace injury. They do workplace injury outpatient rehab and therapy services that ensure every individual's needs are met with expertise and compassion. Find out more at georgeaid.org. Also want to mention our friends over at Jasper County REMC, powering up Touhyville each and every morning right here on the Q, 98 Gold, and streaming, even on video. You can see our smiling faces on the Q and 98 Gold's Facebook pages, as well as the Touhyville Facebook page, our YouTube channel. Do us a favor. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, do that for us. And I'm also finding more and more I look into this. Let's say you guys watch our videos every morning on Facebook or YouTube, whatever. Like it. Hit the thumbs up. It does make a difference. It does help us with the algorithms. It does help us with, and by algorithms, I mean more people finding us, showing us to more people because more people are liking it. Yeah. So that really does help us in the online world. So we're also streaming live on TikTok. I think I didn't really look at it, but that may have disconnected. It says not streaming on that. So we may have to go back in and do something now that TikTok shut down and then came back.
It's probably the stream company that needs to do that as a whole.
To recheck it or something. Yeah. So either way, we're usually streaming live on TikTok. And that's our poll question today. Asking you, did it matter to you at all that TikTok went away yesterday? Didn't matter to you, did it?
Not at all.
You didn't even wouldn't have even noticed if I didn't say anything.
No, I did. What I did notice was everybody, those who were freaking out.
There were some people that were losing their minds a little bit.
And then when it came back,
yeah.
When it came, yeah.
Whoops, sorry.
Whoops,
Okay,
sorry.
go ahead. No,
I didn't know you were playing anything.
I know.
Go.
I know. That's
Yep.
all right.
Yep.
I got a TikTok user freaking out that it went away. And that's where I would have played it had I hit the button the right way.
Had Cheryl not shut.
No.
Going on.
No. I turned it off then for a second. Here we go.
We want to talk about criminal behavior. This right here. This is a crime. This is a crime against humanity.
Oh no.
Talk about being a little over dramatic and entitled. This is a crime against humanity. The TikTok is done.
Oh. It was giving me a headache, all of this yesterday. I was like, come on, kids.
96% of people saying no, didn't matter to them at all that TikTok went away. 4% saying yes. Martha says, I have TikTok, but it didn't matter to me at all because I hardly use it anymore. Sue says, never had it. Jeff says, missing out on barbecue talk was agonizing. Laughing emoji. So that's Jeff who talks about doing the barbecue early in the morning. So, yeah. So I have TikTok. I have a TikTok for Touhyville.
Okay.
The show, the company, whatever you want to call it. But it wouldn't have mattered to me. I don't usually go on there and watch. I post for the show. I post all of our videos and things, but I don't sit and scroll through it and watch. So it wouldn't have mattered to me on a Sunday morning that it went away. It's not a thing that I would have really noticed. And it seemed like, okay, I was going to say it was down for a couple hours. I guess it was down for 14 hours because it went off at midnight. I didn't even think about that.
Oh, we were sleeping.
So
yeah.
But people were happy when it returned.
We're back! We're back! We're back! It's been a long 12 hours.
I think people are just having fun with it.
Wow.
Although people take it more seriously than I thought.
We want to talk about criminal behavior.
I'm not so sure, and you know me. I am not a conspiracy theorist. I'm not so sure this wasn't a whole lot of hooey.
How can it be if this is what I don't understand. It's a Supreme Court ruling. What am I missing?
So now what?
I don't know.
So if it's a Supreme Court ruling, can you override that? Can you do whatever you want?
They tried, and they upheld the ruling. So I'm like, what are we doing here?
All right. So I know nothing. Just like Colonel Klink.
I was about to say, why
I
all of a
know
sudden I
nothing!
know nothing. I see nothing.
All right. So Rich says, I could have run for president yesterday based on the promise of TikTok and won with the promise of TikTok. Maybe. Noreen says, good morning. Stay warm. You too, Noreen. Thank you so much. Christopher says, good morning, Stephen Cheryl. Please stay warm. Christopher, you stay warm, please. And Rich says, I survived AOL and MySpace, etc. So we'll be okay. I think MySpace still exists, though. Just nobody's really on it. But I think it still exists.
Okay.
So I came across this. This is from a service that we use to get us all kinds of news stories for us to talk about.
Okay.
Okay. So this says the latest on TikTok, and it's got like a bunch of different stuff. So it should help us through this. Okay. So we could figure out a little bit more. So this says here's like kind of the blow by blow. The whole TikTok thing basically started in August of 2020, when then President Trump said he'd use his emergency powers to ban TikTok if it wasn't sold to a U.S.-based company within 45 days. Okay.
Wait, meaning the president that just
fixed everything.
Fixed everything.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. God help me today.
Trump said TikTok's data collection, quote, threatens to allow the Chinese Communist Party access to Americans' personal.
That's what I thought it was about.
Proprietary information, allowing China to track the locations of federal employees, build dossiers of personal information for blackmail, and conduct corporate espionage. Okay.
Can't they do that with Facebook?
Probably.
And Twitter and like just because they're owned by us.
Listen,
like,
if I believe the agency, the TV show, they could do it with just our phones that are in our pockets. So, because my thing is, if stores can do it and advertisers can do it, I'm pretty sure the government's figured out how to do it.
And the enemies.
Well, yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So,
so that was in 2020.
2020.
Okay.
Nothing came of that, and TikTok sued the Trump administration. Then Joe Biden became president, and TikTok issue became lost in Congress, even after a Wall Street Journal report said TikTok algorithms were flooding teens with a torrent of harmful material, such as videos recommending extreme dieting. In 2022, there were reports that TikTok's China-based employees have repeatedly accessed the private information of TikTok users, and the FBI warned that Chinese officials could manipulate the app's algorithm. TikTok tried to dodge all the problems by promising to migrate its user data to cloud servers managed by Oracle, which is U.S.-based.
Okay.
They promised to do that. I don't know if they ever did. Last year, a bipartisan bill to ban TikTok or force its sale to a U.S. company gathered steam in Congress. The House of Representatives passed the ban or sell bill. The Senate followed suit, and President Biden signed it into law. TikTok and its Chinese parent company ByteDance sued the U.S. federal government, saying that the law is unconstitutional. That case went to the Supreme Court, and on Friday, the court unanimously upheld the federal law banning TikTok, with all 9 justices agreeing.
So unanimous.
Done. The ban was supposed to go into effect yesterday, Sunday. Okay. But TikTok shut down early on Saturday. Many American users getting a message saying a law banning TikTok has been enacted in the U.S. Unfortunately, that means you can't use TikTok for now. TikTok was also removed from app stores. So now I did get that message too. I saw that message that it was turned off. I saw it in the morning. Yesterday, TikTok said it was restoring service in the U.S. after President-elect Trump intervened. In a message, they said, "We thank President Trump for allowing our service providers to provide TikTok to over 170 million Americans. It's temporary. Trump is using a clause to grant a 90-day extension before the law goes into effect. He wanted TikTok to be able to broadcast his inauguration and says that he's going to use those 90 days to try and make a deal to protect our national security. So it's not back for good. It's a temporary 90-day injunction, apparently. TikTok said it will work with Trump on a long-term solution that keeps TikTok in the United States. It's unclear exactly when the deadline would be, but it's probably safe to assume the ban is back on if a deal cannot be reached. It's unclear why President Trump flip-flopped on TikTok, but President Biden and Kamala Harris have both been on TikTok as well, so no one was very serious about it. So there you go.
Okay, I'm failing to understand why this is important enough for a president who said that it was needed to be outlawed to now wait 90 days so it covers his inauguration. Like, I'm trying to figure out like how that supersedes national security.
Why now it's okay?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Like legally, I'm trying to figure out. I mean, I know he's the executive ultimate.
But why is it okay now when it wasn't okay the other day?
Right. And the Supreme Court ruled. Like, it's not like, I almost understand how if something's pending out there, then, you know, don't shut it down. You know, you can decide to shut it down or whatever it is. Kind of like being out on bail. Like you can,
right.
You know what I
okay.
mean? But once you're guilty,
you're done.
We take you into custody. One would think, right? You don't get to roam around.
Well,
I don't know. My head hurts from trying to understand this. And I again, I'm not trying to understand it by like partisanly, like
right.
Oh,
I don't care about politics.
I like him. I don't
understand the whole thing.
I don't understand how he could do that. Like where does our Constitution actually give someone like a 90-day? I know you've been found guilty of whatever it is, and you're going to endanger everybody, but we're going to give you, you know, time to actually do some more harm.
I don't understand a lot of that because from what I understand, even though you're a president-elect,
right? I thought
you don't get any power until you put your hand on the Bible and all that stuff again today. Like you don't have any power to do anything, I thought.
Well, okay, then. That's not what we read about him getting. Donald Trump was largely involved in getting the hostages So how, if he's not working yet?
Well, it's not that they're not working. They get an office across the street. They just start working on stuff.
What are they sitting at the center in the Hilton or something, like the business center?
The business center at the Holiday Inn Express. You know, yes. I'm not actually president yet today, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express, so I know what I'm doing. So no, there's I think it's called Blair House. Don't hold me to it.
Like the Witch Project?
Yes, that's where the witches are. and President Trump has to run around the house with a camera right up his nose, running around, scared. Are there witches here? Wait, no, it's just Melania. Put your makeup on, woman.
Okay. All right. So
anyway, okay, him being involved in the.
So they do have some power before they're actually.
They don't. Okay, so they don't have power. They start working on their stuff. So building their cabinet, interviewing people, like, you know, doing things, getting stuff in place. So him being involved in the negotiations with the ceasefire is that things he's saying are going to happen day one if you guys don't figure your stuff out.
Oh, so he
It's
like
more of a
threatened
threat
them and
of
said,
here's
okay.
what's going to come.
Got
Like,
it.
you know, and I'm paraphrasing, but it's essentially, guys,
Right, screw with me and
figure
find
this
out.
out. Figure this out, or I'm gonna come in here and and I'm gonna
Break
go
some
nuts.
stuff up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
and I don't know exactly what
okay.
he said. Because I do not watch the news.
Okay.
So I don't really know what he said. I don't know what President Biden said. The most I know about the news is the fact that TikTok went away. That's what I know.
Okay.
Christopher says this whole TikTok thing just proves how addicted people are to their phones. Christopher, I hate to say it, but we didn't need TikTok to know that. We are addicted to our phones.
Well, yeah,
It
I
is
mean,
just, we just are.
I have two intelligent daughters.
And I'm using my thumb because I am too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have two intelligent daughters, one of whom gets her news there. That's how
Who gets her news from TikTok? Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
But I'm
like,
saying
literally
our
goes, well, I
phones.
saw it on TikTok. Like she doesn't watch NBC, MSNBC, Fox News, any of it.
No.
CNN, whatever.
Mhm.
She literally gets it from TikTok and will
Yeah.
tell me things
Mhm.
like the whole Diddy thing. She's like, well, didn't you see? And I'm like, no. She's like, you didn't see anything about the freak offs? I go, this was before I like
right
actually saw it. And I go, no,
the
what's a
freakiest we get is
freak-off?
sometimes we stay up till 9.
Right.
That's as freaky as
Right.
we get in our house.
On
you
the
know?
weekends.
Yeah,
Right.
maybe. Yeah.
If I've had coffee late.
I mean, last night you had to text me at 10 after 9 to see if I was still awake. Yeah.
Right.
No, it was a school night, so you
Right.
know, yeah.
Okay, so we still don't know really how the 90-day thing is allowed to happen.
I don't. No, I don't.
Because I know there's 3 branches.
Mhm.
I'm just not sure. I didn't know.
Mhm.
I mean, I do know that a president doesn't have absolute power.
No, I think it's got
But-
something to do with, and I'm only going on stuff I've heard.
Yeah.
Like from watching little videos and stuff.
Okay.
That what TikTok wanted. So I don't think they actually had the power to turn it off. Because like I saw memes yesterday that said the fact that TikTok got shut down shows that if the government wanted to, they actually could shut down child porn. I don't think, and I could be wrong, I don't think that there was some switch somewhere that some government official just turned the switch off and now TikTok doesn't work. I don't think that's how it works.
It makes you want to unplug the internet.
I think based on the ban and fear of prosecution, TikTok turned itself
Or
off.
fines. Like,
Right,
you know, what I
right.
mean, now you owe us a bazillion dollars
Right.
for being on for a minute.
So from what I understand, and again, I'm not a news person, so I don't know. President Trump assured them there wouldn't be prosecution for being on for the next 90 days while we work to a settlement.
Okay, so what I guess my point, and I'm again,
I
it's
don't
not
know.
partisan. I'm
Yeah.
not okay, so don't
Yeah.
come for me. Wasn't that what happened? Like they kept being told, sell to an American, sell to an American, sell to it's almost like if the bank goes, we're taking your house. You have, I don't know how many days to get it sold on your own, kind of, because, and then they're going to say you need to get out. So didn't they pass that time? So where's the extra 90? Where's the extra time come in? And then who are you reporting the extra time to? Or is that a presidential ability?
Like it'll be an executive order today, I think.
Got it.
So, and I think in his mind, he feels like, well, Biden doesn't know how to negotiate. I'll get in there and negotiate this better. That's my guess. I have nothing to base that on, but that's what I'm thinking. He's thinking is he'll get in there and negotiate with TikTok and get this all figured out. you know. The
Okay,
last guy
because
couldn't.
what I did see, and I don't know how true it is again, you know,
Mm-hmm.
who knows, but the one of the Shark Tank guys, who's the guy who's kind of prickly? Kevin something or other.
O'Leary.
O'Leary. He offered like $1 bazillion for it.
For TikTok?
For TikTok.
Yeah. Here's my thing.
So like what and is it we just have like tighter rules or something on distribution of data or freeing up data?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I really thought, so here's my conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
I really thought TikTok was going to go away.
Yeah.
And part of behind it was Elon Musk, because he's going to bring Vine back. Because Vine was owned by Twitter, and he now owns.
Potato flew around.
He owns Vine.
Oh my gosh.
So
Okay.
it's not out there. It's not even on, like, it's not a thing anymore. But he owns it, so he could bring it back, and Vine could very easily just be the next TikTok, the American TikTok. So
Right, but why? Okay. Yeah, I guess I would have to. I know so little about it. I don't get. I've seen it. I've I've dived into like the cute little videos and
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
and dogs and babies, but I'm not seeing how it's any different than like X or Facebook Reels or anything else.
I don't
what,
either.
So what the heck? Go away. Like we'll
Right.
just go.
That's how I felt. I
we'll all
wasn't
do our
worried.
stuff on Reels or the next
Yes.
biggest thing will come up
Yep.
and it'll be called
Reels, YouTube Shorts. I was
don't
fine with
know.
it. I didn't
There
care
was
about TikTok.
MySpace,
Yep.
there was this, there was that. Okay, so you go away. Like,
Yeah.
what is the big hoo-ha?
Yeah,
Like,
it didn't matter to me in any way whatsoever. I didn't understand it. I didn't understand. Now, that said, I guess there's people, and this is what you and I were talking about over the weekend, creators, influencers that have only built up themselves on TikTok. So
monetarily.
So
it's
that's their
gonna have an
business.
impact?
That's their life. That's their livelihood.
Right, but if I worked for I remember a time where the phone company you'd stay on and their customer service line, you'd just stay on hold forever and then you'd roll the dice. Like they'd either get your credit on there or you'd have to spend another 2 hours on the phone because it was a monopoly pretty much. So, and if I was a salesperson of olive green rotary phones, I can't go, oh, bring back the olive green rotary phones because I'm a salesperson who knows them. They're done.
I know.
So what? I don't understand. We move to the next thing.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why, with the threat of it coming, why they haven't moved to the next thing. Like why are you not on all these other things? That's dumbfounding to me. But
okay, so you and I, these thoughts I have, like, what is this craziness? Is not so far.
No, I don't
'cause I'm
understand.
like, I don't
Yeah.
understand what we're doing here.
That said, we are on everything, so you can find us wherever. YouTube Shorts, Reels, Threads, Instagram, everywhere. We're in all the places, and we're on TikTok. So we're back on TikTok. Except, I mean, not live today, but our videos are on TikTok. If you want to go there, have fun.
At least for 90
Weather
days.
is brought
Right,
to you by
right.
Jasper County REMC.
Today, Martin Luther King Day, bundle up. It is freezing out there. Increasing clouds, windy with a high near 12. Wind chill values as low as -16. Tonight, a slight chance of snow showers between 9 p.m. and 3 a.m., then occasional flurries after 3 a.m. Mostly cloudy and windy with a low around -2. Wind chill values as low as -18. Tuesday, sunny, windy, and brutally cold with a high near 4. Wind chill values as low as -19. Tuesday night, partly cloudy and windy with a low around -1. Wind chill values as low as -14. Wednesday, mostly cloudy with wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour and a high near 23. Wednesday night, a 20% chance of snow after midnight. Mostly cloudy with a low around 16.
That's your forecast from the Weather Center.
All right, honey, I'm heading out for my morning walk. Hey, neighbor, front yard is looking great.
Yeah, we picked up some beautiful plants from Clark's.
Oh, there's Scott. Hey, your landscaping looks incredible.
Yep, quick trip to Clark's for some rocks and mulch. It was super easy with their help.
All right, see you guys later. Honey, I'm back from my walk.
Great. Hey, I was thinking we should really do something with our front yard.
You know, we should go to Clark's Garden and Floral Center. They have everything from plants to rocks and mulch to outdoor decorations.
Great idea. Did you come up with that on your own?
Of course.
Clark's Garden and Floral Center on Route 231 in Remington. Visit online at clarksgardenandfloral.com and like them on Facebook.
Rensselaer Iron and Metal is the picture of going green. Recycling metals is what they do. Keeping the metal business right here in the good old USA is what they're all about. Giving top dollar for your scrap iron not only helps keep your community clean, but it keeps our jobs and steel industry going strong. Remember, when you take your scrap to Rensselaer Iron and Metal, you're supporting your own economy. Rensselaer Iron and Metal, where your trash turns into cash.
Brad Gutwein from Gutwein Motor Company in Monon.
In a small town, it's how you treat your customer. You treat everybody the way you want to be treated. It really is that simple. We have customers that we've been doing business with for 4 generations, and that is only because they trust us, we trust them, and that's the way you got to build your business. We got to build any business.
Gutwein Motor Company in Monon has been serving the surrounding area for over 80 years.
Cars 80 years ago were pretty simple. But one thing that hasn't changed, the customer wants to feel like they're in charge of the transaction. They know what's going on, and they are comfortable with what's happening. That, I don't think, has ever changed. We always want to be upfront with the customer, tell them exactly what's happening, exactly the process that's going to happen. One thing I would like to say to everybody that has supported us over the 80 years, thank you very much. You'll like the way we do business at Gutwein Motor Company in Monon.
Go steer crazy with Ag Leader. From November 1st to December 31st, trade in your old steering system and receive up to $5,000 off a complete auto steer package, which includes the new In Command Go 16 display. Act now and you'll also receive 50% off a Turn Path Unlock. Contact Peterson Ag Service, your local Ag Leader dealer at 765-314-3276, or stop by and see us in Remington to learn more about your trade-in options.
When life takes you places and you can't get to the store, shop online with the new Strachan Van Til to Go. It's easy to use. Register using your rewards account login and password. Fill your virtual shopping cart. Choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strachan Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save money with your online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple, food made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strachanvantil.com.
Life is about connecting. Music, email, movies, shopping, social media, gaming, and streaming. Nitco is here to help you with all that technology has to offer. Nitco offers high-speed internet for your home or business. Nitco has an incredible lineup of TV channels for all your viewing needs with television the way you want it. Nitco also is your home for telephone service. Need all 3? Nitco has great savings when you bundle. Visit nitco.com today or call 1-800-621-2344 because life is about connecting with Nitco.
Take me to the nearest Monopoly games from the Hoosier Lottery.
Pass go, then advance 3 spaces.
Ooh.
Play beyond the board with prizes up to $20,000. Play responsibly. Monopoly is a trademark of Hasbro.
Touhyville. Double the Touhies, double the fun.
Hello there. Welcome back.
Welcome to the show.
Coming in hot. Ooh, coming in real hot.
I'm sweating here. Is it hot in here or is it just me?
It's hot. Very hot. It's hotter than a ghost pepper. It's hotter than the sun. It's so hot. Why is it so hot?
What a hot show.
This is not hot. It's hot.
Hotter than Georgia.
It's showtime.
Stephen Charles with you, having fun on a Tuesday morning. No, it's a Monday morning. Still hasn't changed since an hour ago. Thanks for hanging out with us here on a frigid Monday morning. If you're off today, enjoy your day off. If not, bundle up, stay warm out there. Looks like most schools are closed. Some were planned to be closed already. Some are closed due to the cold. They weren't going to be off today, but they are now because of the cold. The ones that we know of that are closed for the cold: Tri-County, North Newton, South Newton, and West Central. A couple of those are e-learning, so look into that. Make sure if you're supposed to be e-learning, you e-learn. The closings and delays here on the queue. 98 Gold brought to us by Nitco. Visit nitco.com today. Find out how you can get high-speed internet for your home or your business. Portion of the show is brought to us by Vierk's Fine Jewelry. Coins and bullion for both the collector and the inventor, from experts to beginner. Experience the difference. Buying, selling, and trading at the corner of 18th and Main and Lafayette. Visit Virks.com. Also want to mention our friends over at the Hilltop in Morocco. We had to draw a new card today for the Hilltop.
Okay. Did you do it?
No, we got to.
All right.
No, I got to do a card for the high-low game that we play on the Touhyville Facebook page. Here's what we'll do. We're going to draw a card here in just a second. Let you know what that card is. If you decide whether or not the card on Friday that we pick will be higher or lower than this card I'm going to tell you about, then you'll be entered in for a chance to win a $50 gift card, or $25 gift certificate, rather, to the Hilltop in Morocco. So the card that I picked just now, a 5 of clubs. It's really kind of right there in the middle.
Right there in the middle. Although ace is a 1. So
yes.
Yes.
So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 ahead of it. And then after it, you got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then all the face cards. So so more of a chance of it being higher, but we'll see. So visit the Hilltop as well on Tuesdays for the bingo. You could play bingo. It doesn't cost you anything to play bingo, but you could win cash prizes. So there you go. Some fun football over the weekend. Football playoffs. The Chiefs beat the Texans. And not everybody, a lot of people online whining, complaining about the Chiefs getting the calls. Patrick Mahomes can't touch him without it being a penalty.
The one, though, was off.
There was one bad one that I saw.
Yeah, because those two crashed, and he had nothing to do with it. You know, it wasn't even.
Right,
I don't even think it was. You didn't even get hit.
Yeah,
but
and the one announcer said that. I don't know if that one was Tom Brady or if that one might have been Tony Romo. Whoever the announcer was, he said, I think
Not
that
so
one was. I think that one they missed. But other than that, I didn't see any real favoritism towards the Chiefs. And I know people don't like it when teams win over and over again. They root for them. They're underdog. They root for them. Then they make it, and they're like, no, stop doing well. No, we don't like it. I think it's awesome. I really do. Speaking of the Chiefs game, Taylor Swift had a special guest in her box or in the suite or wherever she was staying. Caitlin Clark, Indiana Fever superstar, was there hanging out with Taylor Swift, and she is a self-declared Swiftie, so she probably really enjoyed
in
it.
heaven.
So,
Yep.
Yeah. So that was very cool. And I, unlike some other people, I'm not bothered in any way whatsoever when they turn the camera to Taylor Swift. I think it's cool. I don't care. Like, it's not going to affect me in any way if her and Travis Kelce broke up tomorrow. I just think it's neat. I do. I think it's cool.
I think it's cute.
Yeah.
And the same way as like whenever they find at a Cubs game, whenever they find Bill Murray, they kind of zoop.
Yeah. I just think it's I think it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. They're not like watching him make out or anything.
No,
like that,
no. It's,
zooming in on what she's eating, or
Right. And I thought it was super cool when they were at the Super Bowl together last week, or last year rather. So I think that was great. Gina says too much addicted with phones, and Steve is warm. He has short sleeves on. Yeah, I'm good here in the studio. I'm fine when we're here in the studio. But I bundle up when we go outside. Don't you?
I said to you that I was like so hot in the house because I had this flannel on.
Yeah.
And
no
I've
doubt.
got my UGG boots on.
Yeah.
Just like wearing slippers to work.
Yeah, you're ready for the cold.
And then I've got my scarf and my jacket and my earmuffs. And I was like,
Yeah. Washington Commanders beat the Lions.
were you rooting for Detroit? I just feel bad for, because in my travel and tourism days, they would always talk about the comeback city. And they kept saying, comeback city. They're back with a vengeance. And I always thought to myself, okay, I live in Illinois, which now I live here, but at that point I lived in Illinois about 5 hours from Detroit, because I've driven there before. And never did I ever get targeted for any commercial
Mm-hmm.
or see any sort of advertising for them. And I thought, okay, where's the comeback? Like I'm missing like the big, like, woo, like the advertising on it. I have no, and it would, honestly, I have nothing against Detroit, but it's not on my list of top 30, 50 places to go anywhere.
No, and I love Michigan, but I have no desire to
love
go
Michigan.
to Detroit.
Yeah.
No, I actually was rooting for Detroit because I thought it was a cool story.
Yeah.
I do like their coach.
Yeah.
So
what happened?
And they got beat. They had a bad day. The Washington Commanders had a really good day, and
now will the Washington Commanders, do you think, beat the Eagles?
I think it's anyone's game.
Yeah.
I mean, I think in the playoffs anything can happen. That's what you see.
Here's
and
the
it's
funny,
really interesting because I'm looking at the Washington,
yeah,
and it's another rookie quarterback like we had in Chicago, and I'm like, wow, this is
Yeah.
what happens when you work with your quarterback, when you develop him the right way, when you have the right coaches. It's not all about having all the best players because Washington doesn't have a lot of big name players, but he was protected and they did it correctly. So
now here's the funny part, how I am. I mean, obviously I'm an Indiana person. So Indiana I love, and Illinois I will always love, just because that's where I grew up. But all I needed to see was that video of that obnoxious Eagles fan calling that girl ugly, who was a Packers fan, which I am not a Packers fan. And him calling her ugly to the fiance and getting booted, so that I do not want them to win.
That's
period.
it. You turn
That's
on the
the
Eagles.
end.
That's it. All it takes is one person. Yeah.
One guy in the crowd saying something nasty against people I have a
That's
problem
it.
with to begin with.
That's it. Yeah.
But I just like, why are you behaving like a behemoth? You're just that's an animal.
People do. People do. There's just
Right,
some
you
people
don't
that are.
call a woman ugly.
I'm
because
with you.
and I'm a Bears fan, and I wouldn't just say you're ugly or you're. What are you doing? It's a game.
I'm with you.
You
I
cheer
get
on
it.
your team. She can cheer on her team, and don't act like behemoths.
Yep. Yeah, I get it. All right, so here we go. So we have the Eagles and the Commanders next week.
Okay.
And a repeat, the
Who do
Bills
you
and the
think's gonna win?
Chiefs. Who do I think is going to win the Eagles?
You do?
I do. I think they're going to beat the Washington Commanders. Yeah.
Okay.
And then
If they had a game like, so if they play like they played against the Chiefs, if they played like they played against the Lions, we still say?
well, there's no way to know that they're going to. That you asked me who I think is going to win. I mean, that's I can't predict how they're going to play next week.
Yeah, I mean, we're not saying to people, this is. We're just guessing.
Yeah, I have
That's
no
all.
idea.
I mean,
Yeah,
we have no idea.
Yeah,
what we're
yeah.
talking
I'm
about.
just saying I have no idea how they're going to show up, what's going to happen, what they might have learned from videos of this last week's game. I have no idea.
This is our version of hear me out.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I have no idea.
If you saw SNL this weekend,
Saturday
they had
Night Live,
they had hear me out.
Yeah, I have no idea. And then you got the Chiefs and the Bills, which is a repeat of I think last year. So and from 2 years ago, I think, or 3 years ago. They've met a couple of times in the game to go to the Super Bowl. Yeah, they've met a few times. Yeah, so be interesting. All right, I'm way behind. Let's take a break. We'll come back and plenty more fun to be had. It's already after 8 o'clock Central Time. Holy mackerel.
Are you ready for a mouthful of deliciousness? The Good Table in Kentland is bringing back the crave-worthy pizza. Straight to your doorstep, yes, we deliver. Available Thursdays through Sundays between 4 and 8 p.m. A minimum order of $20 for out-of-town deliveries with a $1.50 delivery fee in town and $5 out of town. Call 219-474-3245. The Good Table. Good food, good friends, good times, and now good pizza delivered straight to your door.
When you think of diamonds, what comes to mind?
Getting engaged?
Your wedding day?
A favorite anniversary? Diamonds tend to be associated with special memories. The next time you hear the word diamonds, you need to think of Virks Fine Jewelry.
At Virks, we have the area's largest and finest selection, featuring hundreds of in-stock certified diamonds, all shapes and sizes, and specializing in a carat and larger.
And our prices and quality will meet or exceed anyone's from the mall to the internet, to even New York's Diamond District.
And for true expertise, Vierks has Lafayette's only GIA graduate gemologist in residence, along with the area's only, and we do mean only, USPAP compliant jewelry appraiser.
Let Vierks help make any occasion shine with the perfect diamond for your individual taste, style, and budget.
If you're serious about a diamond and serious about saving money, then you need to visit Vierks Fine Jewelry. Seriously.
Corner of 18th and Main, Lafayette, Vierks.com.
Your home for Chicago Bears football. Touchdown Bears! And Northwest Indiana's home for classic rock. The Q, 97.7 FM, WLQI, Rensselaer.
Time for a check of news. This check of news brought to us by Steinke Funeral Home. Visit SteinkeFuneralHome.com to ensure your final wishes are respected. Here's Russ Martin.
There were 15 cars of CSX rail that derailed around 7 a.m. Eastern Time northwest of Monon on Saturday. There were no injuries and no hazardous materials were in the cars that left the track. But the event of the freight train disrupted passenger service on Amtrak's Cardinal to and from Chicago and Indianapolis and beyond. Specifically, service to Chicago was stopped at Lafayette and returned to the capital city, while the southeastbound train from Chicago to Indianapolis and beyond was canceled. Bus transportation was provided. Those who have plans to travel on the passenger train should contact Amtrak regarding your schedule. A second person has been charged with the felony of assisting a criminal following the shooting of Orange County Deputy Sheriff Zach Andre on January 3rd. He is 37-year-old James Adams of Jennings County. Austin Shippers shot the deputy multiple times before fleeing the area. Shippers was later killed by law enforcement during a confrontation in Louisville. Investigators believe Adams gave Shippers a ride while knowing he was wanted by law enforcement. In addition to the felony of assisting a criminal charge, James Adams was charged with a misdemeanor of false informing. Adams was already in jail on another charge when he was told that he was being arrested for this crime. At last report, Zach Andre was still in critical condition. 51-year-old Jeffrey Zonka of San Pierre was back in Jasper Superior Court Judge Russell Bailey's courtroom this week for the latest pretrial conference. Jasper County deputies arrested the man last October on multiple felony counts of child molesting and more. The charges were forthcoming after a female juvenile alleged that actions of this sort took place between 2013 and 2018. One of the 10 counts against Jeffrey Zonka has now been dismissed, and that is the charge of criminal confinement. The next pretrial conference is set for March 17th. The name of the person killed in a one-vehicle rollover crash off Interstate 65 and the cause of death of that person were released Friday morning by the Tippecanoe County Coroner's Office. She was 22-year-old Luisiana Acevedo Sampaio. She was a passenger on a vehicle driven by her husband, 29-year-old Framber Monsart Greiman. The autopsy showed that Sampaio's death was caused by injuries suffered in the crash. Approximately 3 miles south of the State Road 38 Lafayette exit, Montserrat Greiman was incarcerated after release from the hospital, as law enforcement suspected he was impaired at the time of the crash. The American Red Cross has announced a blood drive will be held in DeMott on Thursday, January 23rd, at the American Reformed Church located at 1021 South Halleck Street, across the street from the elementary school, from noon until 6 p.m. Walk-ins are accepted, but if you would like to set up an appointment to avoid a potential wait, then Google American Red Cross and type in the DeMott zip code of 46310. And stay safe and well, everyone. I'm Russ Martin.
Saying goodbye to a loved one is never easy. In your time of sorrow, look to Steinke Funeral Home of Rensselaer and Morocco to assist you and your family, offering funeral and memorial services ranging from traditional to uniquely innovative and personal, along with burial services, cremation options, and celebrations of life. Steinke Funeral Home offers complete care, allowing you to comfort your family while they take care of the details. If it's time to say goodbye to a loved one or you're pre-planning for your own service, call Steinke Funeral Home at 219-866-5151 or visit SteinkeFuneralHome.com.
Local obituaries are sponsored by Jackson Funeral Chapels.
Respect, dignity, compassion. 3 simple words, yet they mean a great deal to us. They represent those values we strive to offer each and every family we serve, just as we have for nearly 70 years. Jackson Funeral Chapels, Jackson Monuments, and Memory Garden Cemetery.
9-year-old Sean Tristan Taylor of Earl Park, son of Dwayne and Annette Taylor, passed away on January 15th. Memorials in lieu of flowers may be sent in Sean's memory to United Leukodystrophy Foundation, the Make-A-Wish Foundation, or Give Kids the World Foundation. A celebration of life for Sean Tristan Taylor will be held at Gertz, Windler, and Keller Funeral Homes, Fowler Chapel, today from 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern. Arrangements entrusted to Gertz, Windler, and Keller Funeral Homes, Fowler Chapel. Condolences may be expressed at kellerfh.com. 66-year-old Mark Allen Carter of Attica passed away on January 15th. Visitation will be held from 11 a.m. to 2 Eastern today at First Christian Church in Brook, where funeral services for Mark Allen Carter will be held at 2 o'clock today. Pastor Timothy Ross officiating. Cremation rites will follow the service. In lieu of flowers, memorials may be made to Riley's Children's Hospital or St. Jude Children's Hospital. Condolences may be expressed at kellerfh.com. Arrangements entrusted to Gertz, Windler, and Keller Funeral Homes, Brook Chapel. 54-year-old Mark Anthony Ponto of Fowler passed away January 15th. Visitation will be held Tuesday, January 21st from 5 to 6 p.m. Eastern with a celebration of life service for Mark Anthony Ponto to follow at 6 p.m. Eastern at Gertz, Windler, and Keller Funeral Homes, Fowler Chapel. In lieu of flowers, memorials may be made to the Fowler Community Center. Arrangements entrusted to Gertz, Windler, and Keller Funeral Homes, Fowler Chapel. Condolences may be expressed at kellerfh.com. 80-year-old Carolyn R. Van Vieren of Wheatfield passed away January 17th. Friends may call from 4 until 7 p.m. on Thursday, January 23rd at Bethel Christian Reformed Church in DeMott. Services for Carolyn R. Van Vieren will be held at the Bethel Christian Reformed Church at 7 p.m. on Thursday, January 23rd, with Reverend Jeremy Osterhaus officiating. Graveside services will be held at the Holland Cemetery on Friday, January 24th at 10 a.m. In lieu of flowers, memorials can be made out to Bethel Christian Reformed Church Lift Fund. Boardsman Funeral Home in Wheatfield has been entrusted with the arrangements. That's a look at your area funeral arrangements brought to you by Jackson Funeral Chapels.
Weather is brought to you by George Ade Memorial Healthcare Center.
Today, Martin Luther King Day, bundle up. It is freezing out there. Increasing clouds, windy with a high near 12. Wind chill values as low as -16. Tonight, a slight chance of snow showers between 9 p.m. and 3 a.m., then occasional flurries after 3 a.m. Mostly cloudy and windy with a low around -2. Wind chill values as low as -18. Tuesday, sunny, windy, and brutally cold with a high near 4. Wind chill values as low as -19. Tuesday night, partly cloudy and windy with a low around -1. Wind chill values as low as -14. Wednesday, mostly cloudy with wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour and a high near 23. Wednesday night, a 20% chance of snow after midnight. Mostly cloudy with a low around 16.
That's your forecast from the Weather Center.
Come on in.
This is Tommy Shaw from Styx.
This is Eric Clapton.
This is Billy Squire.
WLQI 97.7, The Q.
Touhyville, now with even more Touhy.
How's your weekend?
How was your weekend?
It was good.
But not nearly long enough.
Not long enough.
Not long enough.
Good news.
It's Monday morning.
What?
It's Monday. It's definitely Monday.
That's not good news. That's not good news.
I mean, it's not terrible for a Monday. Yeah, I agree with that.
Let's go to work.
It's showtime.
Stephen Sherrill with you. Good morning. Thanks for spending your morning with us here on the Q98 Gold, getting your week off to a good start. We hope doing our best to put a smile on your face as you start your day. First of the show is brought to us by our friends over at Jasper County Community Services. Good stuff going on for those 55 and older in the area all the time. So let's see. This Thursday, you got Crafts with Friends at 12:15. Come and make crafts with friends for a $2 donation. That's at the Rensselaer Senior Center. You also have Keep Up the Balloon. That's this Thursday as well.
Fun. I mean, do you remember when you were a kid and you played that?
Well, then they do it with like a paddle, I think it looks like. This Friday is Peanut Butter Day. So learn about the history of peanut butter and enjoy a tasty peanut butter inspired treat. Next week, next Wednesday, puzzle competition. Do you enjoy doing puzzles?
Love.
Come and compete with your peers and doing 100-piece puzzles. That's next week at the Rensselaer Senior Center. So I think it's so funny that you and I were married for almost a decade.
Mm-hmm.
I never knew you liked doing puzzles. Never once saw you do a puzzle. Never heard you talk about puzzles.
Oh,
Never
I love
like
puzzles.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
just one of
I
those
did
things. Like,
a ton of them during COVID.
yeah,
Oh, I love doing puzzles.
yeah, I had no
Mhm.
idea.
Mhm.
So sometimes from time to time it happens that you and I are chit chatting when we start to fall behind a little bit and stuff. And part of the things that we do during the program is these are called live reads, these live commercials.
Yeah.
And they sponsor anything during the show. And they, so I got to catch up a little bit. I'm a little behind.
Okay.
So all the Pink and Cheryl's outfit today brought to us by our friends over at KIRPC Head Start. Visit KIRPC Head Start on Facebook. Did you know that you can enroll year round for ages 3 to 5? KIRPC.net is where you're going to find more about what they do at KIRPC Head Start. My shoelaces, despite the fact that one of them's broken, brought to us by our friends over at Supercuts. Visit Supercuts in Rensselaer and Lowell. And, this is the time of year where you're like, I'm getting pale white. Don't worry about it. You can do tanning at both those places in Rensselaer and Lowell. Supercuts. But before you go into the tanning bed, if you're at Rensselaer, while you're walking by, just say, Alexa, turn on WLQI 977. Just to make sure it's on there.
Mm-hmm.
It was on when I went and got a haircut last week. So
Or you could be like Cheryl and go, Alexa, listen, I need you to turn on.
Last night you paused. You said, Alexa, turn on. And you paused so long, she went, Cheryl, what would you like me to turn on?
And the two of us fell off. We fell off.
She's getting to know you. She's like,
I'm trying to help, but this is ridiculous.
Cheryl, did you fall down mid-sentence?
Cheryl, would you like a refund on Alexa since you still can't use it after 10 years?
Cheryl, recommended from Amazon Shopping. How to ask Alexa how to do things for dummies.
Alexa
a book
for dummies.
written
Right. The Idiot's Guide to Talking to Alexa.
Even though the last sponsor was sponsoring all of your pink stuff, I want people to understand the Fountain Stone Theater sponsors your pink pants, specifically this morning.
Oh, okay.
So
I thought you were saying the lack of brain matter in Cheryl's brain, brought to you by.
No, Fountain Stone Theater. Visit FountainStoneTheaters.com. Check out all the movies and the show times and all that good stuff. You can also download their app today in the Google Play Store or the App Store. That is the Fountain Stone Theater. They have movies Wednesday through the weekend. Let's see if we got any new movies coming out on Thursday. So right now you got Wolfman, Sonic the Hedgehog, Mufasa, The Lion King, Homestead, and Moana 2. That's going to be Wednesday of this week.
Mm-hmm.
Thursday, let's see if we got any new movies coming out. Brave the Dark.
Oh,
I was just saying, I haven't heard of that one.
Angel Studios.
Another one from Angel Studios?
Yeah.
Wow.
They're
all right.
cranking them out.
Yeah.
I wish, honestly, I wish.
Because Homestead is from Angel as well.
Yes.
So,
well, quit cranking that out and get me season 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 100 of The Chosen.
Oh, well, I think
that's
they're busy.
what I want.
They're a little busy. They're doing their thing, but just don't you
I
worry.
need my Chosen.
Listen.
The Chosen is it's so good. It's so good.
Spoiler alert. I know how it ends. It's.
Oh my gosh. God forgive him. He needs help.
All right. So we have been enjoying, and I don't know if it's you or if it's a collective, you and I that are doing it. So there's 4 episodes of this Saturday Night Live.
Oh, we're loving it.
50-year anniversary documentary thing.
And it's too few, and we're not even at the end yet.
Right.
We're dreading the end.
Well, that's just it. Like usually with something like this, we're in and we binge watch the whole thing and we're done. And this time we're like putting everything else that we can watch first and then like holding off on getting to the 3rd and 4th episodes. Like,
okay, so I have a different perspective than you. There's so much good stuff in it that watching it for an hour and 20 or whatever, I need a break.
Oh, really? Okay.
I literally feel like, whoa,
Mm-hmm.
at the end of every episode.
Yeah. Now, the last one that we watched was episode 2, all about the writers and how they write a weekly show, which I loved.
And how they get the skits get knocked out and the top ones, are good, and how they're all vying for it. And and then how they try to make, I thought it was funny that they literally let the cat out of the bag with we try to make the host feel good and comfortable in the beginning of the week. And all of it is BS.
Right. We don't know what we're doing. Yeah.
We have no idea why. How about this idea?
Right, we're just throwing a
We're
bunch
just
of stuff
trying
at the
to
wall.
throw stuff that's not going to have anything to do with anything.
Yeah. Wayne says, good morning, Cheryl and Steve. Good morning, Wayne. Thanks for hanging out this morning. We appreciate it. So that also caused us to watch differently this weekend with the host, Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
And we were like, we watched the sketches and we're like, those are the ones that made it? But that said,
and I still can't figure out what all this cigarette smoking was. I felt like I was watching the SNL in the 70s.
It's got to be.
During every skit, it was
or the Tonight
smoking.
Show for that matter.
Yeah.
It's got to be that Dave Chappelle must be a chain smoker.
And can't get
and
through.
has said, if I'll do the show, but I got to be able to smoke because it's got to be against the law to smoke inside.
That's
got to be in New York.
And then
they tried to ban like pop in New York.
But during the monologue, he kept flicking like his cigarette ashes, and I'm like, is that a wood stage? Like the place looks like it hasn't been updated in forever, which is the look. Like it's very retro.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, when's the last time I ever knew someone to like flick hot ash wherever they wanted to? That was that was like my grandfather back when I was like 6.
I know. It seems so weird to even see someone like that, like smoking on TV. It was wild.
It was wild.
Yeah.
But it was in every sketch of his.
Just about, yeah. Well, there wasn't that many sketches. I mean,
yeah, that was weird too.
So we were talking about. So I didn't realize it was so long until I just saw this. He hosted the show and opened it with a 26-minute dialogue. I didn't realize it was that long, or monologue rather.
Oh, so that's half the show. Now that makes sense.
Right. Because there was only 4 sketches and he was in 3 of them.
Right. And we were like, what do you mean it's over? Like we were like, we haven't seen anything yet.
There was the cold open.
Yeah.
And then 4 regular sketches and the news and then his monologue. And the sketches
that was really weird.
Were not very good at all, in my opinion. I didn't think none of them made me really laugh. Like some of them in weeks past this year have really knocked us out.
Yeah.
So that said,
the one that I did like was the neighbor guy, with
them sitting in the lawn chairs and stuff. Oh, you did like that one. Okay. So that said, Dave Chappelle, known for his stand-up. So he came out and did a 26-minute monologue, beginning with how he was asked to host SNL earlier this season.
Starting in October, Lauren Michaels called me and he asked me to do Saturday Night Live, the first episode after the election. And I was like, nah, man, I'm cool. Just to get off the phone, I go, you know what I'll do? I said, just save the date closest to January 6th. And then the date started rolling around, and in December, he started calling me again. And again, I was like, man, I don't want to do it. And then finally, I go, you know what? I could just get rid of all these old Trump jokes and start fresh. I said, you know what? I'll do it. The moment I said yes, LA burst into flames. And then I go on the internet and I watch these fire videos and I read the comment sections and everyone's like, yeah, it serves these celebrities right. I hope the house is burned down. That right there, that's why I hate poor people.
Oh my. Yeah. The majority of his monologue, I would say, was good. I did like it at the end, but I didn't know they allow for political statements. Like it was. I don't think they say whether or not you can what they're. I mean, they know what he's going to talk about, but I don't think they worry about it. Like I think they hire Chappelle to be Chappelle.
Got it.
That said, here's what you were talking about at the end.
Donald Trump's coming back. He'll be the 47th president. So Donald Trump, I know you watch the show. Man, remember, whether people voted for you or not, they're all counting on you. Whether they like you or not, the whole world is counting on you. I mean this when I say this. Good luck. Please do better next time. Please, all of us, do better next time. Do not forget your humanity, and please have empathy for displaced people, whether they're in the Palisades or Palestine. Thank you very much, and good night.
Now, there was a piece of that made me laugh as a performer. He's so used to
the good night,
doing a show and then wrapping up. He said, "Thank you and good night." And it's like, no, Dave, this was the open of the show. Dave, this was the start. Yeah, but I did think that was a good way to wrap it up, because I do think the majority of people in the country right now, no matter who you voted for and where your politics lie, do hope for good things, no matter who's in the office. Do want things to go well, no matter who's in office. So I thought that was really good. So, all right, let's take a break. When we come back, speaking of doing well, it's time for the criminals that do not. It's the Precision Security Dumb Criminal of the Day. So stick around for that. All right, honey, I'm heading out for my morning walk. Hey, neighbor, front yard is looking great.
Yeah, we picked up some beautiful plants from Clark's.
Oh, there's Scott. Hey, your landscaping looks incredible.
Yep, quick trip to Clark's for some rocks and mulch. It was super easy with their help.
All right, see you guys later. Honey, I'm back from my walk.
Great. Hey, I was thinking we should really do something with our front yard.
We should go to Clark's Garden and Floral Center. They have everything from plants to rocks and mulch to outdoor decorations.
Great idea. Did you come up with that on your own?
Of course.
Clark's Garden and Floral Center on Route 231 in Remington. Visit online at clarksgardenandfloral.com and like them on Facebook.
So you're telling me I can get any Quiznos 8-inch sub for $5.55 after 5?
Yep.
So I can order an 8-inch Baja Chicken Club for $5.55 after 5?
Yep.
Or a Black Angus Steakhouse for $5.55 after 5?
Yes. Or a French dip, or a steakhouse cheddar, or a peppercorn steak.
For $5.55 after 5?
Yes. Only at Quiznos in Wheatfield, right across from KV.
$5.55 after 5 for any 8-inch sub at the Quiznos in Wheatfield. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Download the Quiznos app today.
Head to Another Season in DeMott to find unique gifts for friends, family, and more. You may even find a little something for you, like I always do. At Another Season, you'll find Duke Cannon products for men and Capri Blue and Swan Creek candles to make your home smell amazing. The new patch bar is a great way to show off your personal style. Grab patches for things like hats, jackets, and koozies. They'll get all those patches put on your items right there in the store. Explore their gourmet selection of charcuterie essentials for that next get-together. No time to water your flowers? No problem with Forever Flowers. And they don't die.
Need a gift for any reason? Head to Another Season, 605 North Halleck Street in DeMott. Connect with them on Facebook and Instagram for exclusive updates and inspiration.
Season to season, cab to cab, Ag Leader connects your entire farm. Ag Leader makes it easy to seamlessly connect your equipment and devices year-round and help you tackle farm decisions on the go 24/7. Peterson Ag Service is your local Ag Leader dealer. Contact us at 765-314-3276 to get your full farm solution. There's only one way to do it all. Ag Leader.
When life takes you places and you can't get to the store, shop online with the new Strachan Van Til to Go. It's easy to use. Register using your rewards account login and password. Fill your virtual shopping cart. Choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strachan Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save money with your online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple. Food made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strachanvantil.com.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest. The last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
Designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your...
Windshield wipers. eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying. Just beautiful.
Whatever you love, find it on eBay. eBay. Things people love.
This is a story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Touhyville. 2 Tuohys are better than one.
You know, I'm sure our listeners will be surprised to learn that today is a very special day. Do you know why?
It's Monday. Monday's Bango Day. That's not surprising. That does not surprise me.
That is not surprising.
It's Monday. Everybody back to work. Let's just get it over with.
What is it?
Showtime.
Stephen Terrell with you. Happy Monday. Thanks for spending your day with us here on the Q98 Gold. We appreciate it. Portion of the show is brought to us by our friends over at Another Season in DeMont. Need a gift for whatever reason? Head to Another Season. Before you know it, Valentine's Day is going to be here. A great place to pick up stuff for either man or woman in your life. You know, whether it's a what is it? Galentine's Day, where all the girls go out. I saw they had a nice sweater with hearts and stuff on it. So they have outfits for Galentine's Day. They got all kinds of good stuff over there at Another Season in DeMont. Like them on Facebook. Follow on Instagram. All right. Let's get to the Precision Security Dumb Criminal of the Day.
Perhaps it's time you tried a new profession. What I mean is, you don't seem to be a very good thief. Maybe you should try something else.
Today's Dumb Criminal comes to us from Illinois.
Oh, that's a first, no?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know if we've had one from Illinois before. So, a daycare worker has been fired after security cameras caught them placing a 4-year-old into a trash can as punishment for not wanting to take a nap. You know, on a side note, it's funny how when you're a kid, you don't want to take a nap. And as an adult, all I want to do is take a nap.
I just posted something about
that.
Did
you really?
I just posted a meme that said something like, I would like to officially take all the naps that I missed when I was a kid.
So, when I was a kid, a little side story here. My dad would sometimes work overnights. So there were times that he was ready to take naps. He would take naps fairly regularly. So when I was a kid, I would go up and take naps with him. And I knew whatever time it was, let's say 2 o'clock. I knew 2 o'clock the Spider-Man cartoon was on. So I would go up there and lay. And I just had to lay long enough for him to fall asleep. Yeah. And once he was asleep, I'd lay there a little while. I'd come back down and go, I can't fall asleep, but Dad's sleeping, so I'll just watch Spider-Man. It'll be fine. Anyway, back to the Dumb Criminal already in progress. So this was in Illinois, Homewood, Illinois is where it was.
Ooh.
The incident occurred at the Learning Lab daycare, where Justin Barnes and Monica Forte said they've been sending their children for the last 2 years. According to the family, after their 4-year-old child refused to take a nap, a daycare worker pulled them across the room and placed them into a trash can, with the entire ordeal being caught on the classroom security cameras. So they have security cameras there in the classroom. Barnes and Forte said they are unhappy with the incident itself, but also a bit frustrated. Despite there being multiple other employees in the room, they were still not told about it until their child got home and explained the situation. It was just way worse than I can imagine, said Justin. I can just imagine what was going through his head. The worker allegedly told the 4-year-old's parents that the whole thing was a joke. Jokes are supposed to be funny. Regardless if she was joking or not, you don't put anybody's child in the garbage can, said Monica. You work with kids. They should know how to de-escalate these certain situations. The daycare allegedly told the 4-year-old's parents that the worker in question had been fired, but Forte and Barnes want the other witnesses to face some sort of repercussion as well. According to a statement from the daycare, a second employee was also fired in connection with the incident. Yeah. Something has to go on so that every single person in that room and in the daycare understands this is not a joke. This is not something you joke about. You all have to know this is not how you handle things with children.
Well, and when you're interviewing, you better be asking scenario questions. How do you handle it if a child doesn't go to sleep? How are you going to handle it if somebody isn't eating? How, because
yes,
this is not, if this comes up, I don't even know what to say.
Putting a kid in the garbage can is not the answer. No matter how many times you'd want to. What? Who said that? Don't. Cheryl, that shouldn't be said out loud. Who put that on my cue cards? That was protect yourself from dumb criminals with Precision Security. See, they were under surveillance with security cameras. You too can find out what's going on in your business. Make sure everything's secure with Precision Security. Hardware, locksmith, surveillance, and more. Call 219-866-7171. Visit pgr.glass and click on Precision Security or Locksmith to find out more about what Precision Security can do for you. And also, you can go like Precision Security on Facebook.
Weather is brought to you by Alliance Bank.
Today, Martin Luther King Day, bundle up. It is freezing out there. Increasing clouds, windy with a high near 12. Wind chill values as low as -16. Tonight, a slight chance of snow showers between 9 p.m. and 3 a.m., then occasional flurries after 3 a.m. Mostly cloudy and windy with a low around -2. Wind chill values as low as -18. Tuesday, sunny, windy, and brutally cold with a high near 4. Wind chill values as low as -19. Tuesday night, partly cloudy and windy with a low around -1. Wind chill values as low as -14. Wednesday, mostly cloudy with wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour and a high near 23. Wednesday night, a 20% chance of snow after midnight. Mostly cloudy with a low around 16.
That's your forecast from the Weather Center.
It's a new year. Why not start it with a new career? Looking for a job with a family-owned company that invests in the career development and the fulfillment of their employees? Chief Buildings, a leader in the metal building industry and local manufacturer in Rensselaer since 1968, is now hiring machine operators, experienced welders, and a maintenance mechanic. Chief offers competitive wages, comprehensive benefits, employee engagement activities, and real opportunities for advancement. Apply online today at indiana.chiefbuildings.com and take the first step toward a future where you're valued. That's indiana.chiefbuildings.com. Chief Buildings is an equal opportunity employer.
If your saving for retirement strategy involves the phrase, "I'll get around to it someday," we need to talk. Hi, I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Christine Bogan. When it comes to meeting your goals, time can be on your side, and there's no better time than now to get started toward your retirement goals. Stop by our office at 210 Washington Street in Rensselaer. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
So you're telling me I can get any Quiznos 8-inch sub for $5.55 after 5?
Yep.
So I can order an 8-inch Baja Chicken Club for $5.55 after 5?
Yep.
Or a Black Angus Steakhouse for $5.55 after 5?
Yes. Or a French dip, or a steakhouse cheddar, or a peppercorn steak.
For $5.55 after 5?
Yes. Only at Quiznos in Wheatfield, right across from KV.
$5.55 after 5 for any 8-inch sub at the Quiznos in Wheatfield. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Download the Quiznos app today. Hello.
Hey, man.
I need your help.
Doing what?
Well, see, I'm clearing out the garage and I need help loading my truck and taking the junk to the landfill. It should only be 3 or maybe 4 or 5 or 6 trips.
Just get a dumpster from Patriot Dumpster Service instead. It'll be faster.
A dumpster? Oh, I don't want to spend a lot on this.
Not so fast, my friend. Patriot Dumpster Service has very reasonable and competitive rates. Plus, they'll help you get the right size dumpster for your job. They drop it off, you fill it up, and they'll come back and take it away. No fuss, no muss.
How do I get a hold of them?
Just go to patriotdumpster.in and click on Book Now. Pick the dates you need the dumpster for, and it's yours for up to 14 days.
Well, that sounds easy.
Oh, it is, and you don't have to worry about scratching up your truck and getting hurt with all that loading and unloading.
Thanks. So when are you coming over?
I gotta go.
I wish my friends were as dependable as Patriot Dumpster Service.
Let the friendly and reliable team at Patriot Dumpster Service, a family-owned and operated company that puts their customers first. Patriot Dumpster Service, serving Valpo to Monticello and Catlin to Wanata and all points in between. You can trust Patriot Dumpster Service to handle your waste management needs with integrity, reliability, and a genuine dedication to your satisfaction. Visit them today at patriotdumpster.in.
George Aid Memorial Healthcare in Brook, Indiana offers a spectrum of personalized services. Whether it's short-term rehabilitation or long-term care, each resident experiences a tailored approach to their healthcare needs and well-being. Residents engage in community activities, including delightful trips, and can also take advantage of convenient transportation services. George Aid is more than just for the elderly. They have workplace injury, outpatient rehab and therapy services that ensure every individual's needs are met with expertise and compassion. Visit georgeaid.org or call them at 219-275-2531. George Aid Memorial Healthcare. We care for you in a quiet country setting.
Hey, Liz, can you believe there are still some people buying their gold, silver, and platinum bullion from the internet?
That's pretty amazing, Jeff, especially considering that prices here at Vierk's Fine Jewelry always beat both local as well as the big online guys. We don't have shipping fees, and in most cases, you get the precious metals immediately.
Bars, rounds, bags, eagles, buffaloes, maple leafs, Krugerrands, Morgan and Peace dollars, and much, much more.
Not to mention rare, key date, and collectible coins from the U.S. and around the world, many of which have been graded and authenticated by PCGS and NGC.
Whether buying, selling, or trading, you will always benefit from Vierk's unrivaled years of experience and expertise.
If you need expert appraising, Vierk's Fine Jewelry has both of Lafayette's only International Society of Appraisers and Coin Roundtable members, and we are also fully USPAP compliant.
All of your coin and precious metals needs under one roof.
Proudly serving the Mid-North Indiana area for over 75 years. Corner of 18th and Main, Lafayette, Vierks.com.
Classic rock. The difference is clear.
On the Q. 97.7 FM WLQI. Touhyville. Two Tuohys are better than one.
Today
Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord.
is Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
Dr. Martin Luther King.
Martin.
I have a dream.
Civil rights legend.
Luther.
Great man.
King. Great man. Jr.
Great leader.
Celebrating the legendary civil rights leader.
Free at last. Free at last.
Martin Luther King Jr.
Thank God Almighty. We are free at last.
Let us begin.
Welcome to Touhyville. Stephen Sherrill with you here on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Coming up in a little bit, we'll actually play the full speech to honor Martin Luther King Jr. today on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Also, I want to mention our show this morning brought to us in part by McDonald's, sponsoring our streaming video. Ksanovich Umfleet McDonald's. You know, seems like the kind of day where we get out of here in a hurry after the show and make it over to McDonald's before breakfast is done.
I had the big breakfast and I really liked it.
It's been a long time since I've done a big
long
breakfast.
time. Because I always do the burritos, but there's something about the pancakes and
yeah. I think maybe I should get a big breakfast
today
and
get an extra sausage patty so
yes.
that every scoop has eggs, sausage.
Yeah, and I think I'm the kind of guy that will also spend the extra buck and I'll get you a burrito. That's
You're so good to me. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
It is a good day to use your McDonald's app, and you barely have to roll your window down. You can tell them that you use the app. You can even say, I don't need the receipts. You can just bypass window number 1 and just go right to the window to get your food.
In the frost, you just go A22.
Right. So buy one, add one for $1 right now on the McDonald's app, part of the McValue meal. Sausage biscuit, sausage McMuffin, sausage burrito, hash browns, or buy one, add one the rest of the day. How about a double cheeseburger, McChicken, 6-piece McNugget, or small fries? So lots of good stuff going on at your Kasanovich Umfleet McDonald's in Rensselaer, DeMott, and in Remington. Also want to mention our friends over at Ed White Auto Sales in Rensselaer. 1105 North McKinley Avenue in Rensselaer is where you're going to find a vehicle that's new to you at Ed White Auto Sales in Rensselaer, like Ed White Auto Sales on Facebook. Or check out their website, edwhiteautosales.com.
Okay. Sharon is our Touhyville resident of the day.
Okay.
Hip, hip, hooray for Sharon. Sharon says, good morning. I think it's just around 60 days until spring.
There you go.
Now, there's a person who knows how to look at the glass half full.
I like that a lot.
Look forward to the good stuff.
Yeah. It's freezing out. It's super cold. It's going to be even colder tomorrow. And we all understand that's Cheryl's fault. Let's not blame her, but we all understand. It's but
did you see the meme where it's like, dear God, I apologize for ever complaining when it was hot. Now get this stuff out of here.
Right. I'm done with this. Yes. And that's why, honestly, you will never find me complaining when it's hot. Even at the fairs, even when it's 110, it's, I like the warm weather more. I am not a fan of the cold. So,
Cindy is in the Northwoods in Michigan. -11, but gorgeous.
Yeah, but I mean,
she's in Gorgeousville.
That's actually warmer than it is here, Cindy. It's I guess the actual temperature is -11. It's 2 right now, but it feels like -15 right now. Yeah. But yeah, if the actual temperature is -11, it is.
Well, you went out to walk the dog yesterday and came in, and I was worried because the wind hit you in just the right way.
Yeah.
And you were like windburned.
Yeah.
Your cheeks were like
all red.
And I could see you struggling to warm up.
Yeah,
like,
it was cold. Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, I hadn't grabbed my face mask at that point. So it was like, it was a little bit chilly. Our poll question today, asking you, did it matter to you in any way whatsoever that TikTok went away for a few hours yesterday? 98% say no, while 2% say yes. Jeff says missing out on barbecue talk was agonizing. I'm curious if he's playing around or if there really is like
no, he's not. He's not fooling around.
Christine says I don't use it anyway. Phyllis says never had it. Martha says I have TikTok, but it still didn't matter to me much. I hardly use it anymore. See, that's for me. I have it. I just don't use it much. I use it to post, and I use it for marketing reasons.
Yeah.
But if it went away, it wouldn't matter to me. It doesn't. I'm not making any money off of it.
Yeah.
So it's just another place. I want people to be able to find what we do as easy as possible.
Right.
Whether it be our short videos, our fun videos, some of our short videos, a lot of them lately are just clips of the show that I'm hoping will help people to find the show in other ways.
Yeah.
Like there's some people still that I don't realize that we do the whole show on video.
Yeah.
That we're sitting here on YouTube, on Facebook, on TikTok, the whole show. You can just find us, and then watch it anytime you want. Like
I
TV
felt
star.
over though at one person who said, I guess they give everybody a show.
Well, like 2 people have said it on TikTok. What does it take to get a podcast or something? Like they must give everybody a podcast. Or I'm like, okay, first of all, it's not a podcast. It's turned into a podcast after it's a full-on radio show.
Right.
And it always reminds me of when I did stand up. Everybody thinks that they could do it because they're the funniest person in the cubicle, or they're
Mhm.
they're the one that made everybody laugh at work, and that's why there's what they call stock comebacks in stand up, and they say a lot of them came from Richard Belzer, that he was like the king of them. I didn't know that until years later.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
But one of them is when you're dealing with a heckler, to say, hey, listen, I don't come to your job and knock the mop out of your hand while you're working. Why do you got to bother me while I'm working?
Right.
And and mess with people. So I find that amusing. But yeah, I don't worry too much about folks that make little jabs like that, because I'm always like, okay, one of two things. One, you're a sad person who just gets off on the idea of making someone mad.
Yeah.
Because if you're just saying that just about us making little jokes, go like this, just flip, you're done, you're past it already.
Who's holding the gun to your head?
You took time out of your day to tell us that we're no good. Okay, have a good day. Enjoy your life.
All right.
Tina says, I don't ever go on it. I've only been on it a handful of times, so it didn't bother me at all. I wouldn't have even known it was off if it wasn't for so many people on my timeline saying it was gone.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
If it wasn't in the news, I wouldn't have noticed that it was gone and came back. It wouldn't have even been a thing to me. I wouldn't have even noticed.
Speaking of something that did catch my eye, that I was like, whoosh, on Sunday.
Okay.
Bill Maher, you told me he had a
monologue,
like a monologue about the fires.
Yeah.
And woo, did it get me thinking?
Yeah. It was.
I do like
really
the way
good.
he poses stuff.
Yeah, there's times that I watch him and I go, wow, did he nail that? And there's other times that I watch and I go, okay, Bill, that's enough. I get it. Like sometimes he can be a little high horsey, pompous, but there's other times where I feel like he knocks it out of the park.
Yeah.
He
did on that wildfires.
Yeah.
Oof.
Well, and what I do like about him is he does do research. So he's coming at it from a backed up standpoint. So I give him that. Yeah. It was good. And I don't like him enough though to watch his whole show. I like that piece of his show.
Yeah.
Kind of like when I used to love watching The Daily Show.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I really like Jon Stewart's thing, and then I could take the rest. Like it.
Sometimes the interviews are a little dry for me, a little slow for me. But his take. That said, I was hooked on The Daily Show when Jon Stewart was the host. Every night I watched. Now he's on once a week, and maybe every month or so I remember to watch it. It doesn't have me hooked in anymore.
Because it's only one day a week.
I know
that you're because you're watching for him, and so it's not a habit to you anymore.
I know it's I've kind of fallen away from it. Yeah, it's interesting. Christopher Walken, I guess, is on the show Severance. I've never seen it, but you said it's kind of out there. It's kind of weird.
I don't know. It just it looks a little weird.
Yeah, he said he doesn't have the equipment to stream Severance.
What?
Somebody asked him if he watches the show, and he says the producers or someone on the crew puts it on DVD for him because he doesn't have the equipment to stream Severance. Like, do you mean you're not subscribed to Apple Plus? You don't have the equipment. It's internet, Christopher. It's a little odd to me that he says he doesn't have the equipment, but he is a little odd. I like him. He seems to have a sense of humor about himself.
So,
but he's a little out there.
Okay, so I have a few stars where if they were to ask me out, not that they're going to, but if they did, I would be like sleeping with one eye open.
Yeah.
Like I just, and he's one of them. Him, James Woods, like they just were a little on the creepy off side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get it. I get it. Yeah.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'll buy my own coffee.
Yeah. I don't want to be too technical, but I would prefer that if one of the celebrities asked you out, you would say, "I'm sorry, I'm with Steve." That's what I would prefer would happen rather than you sleeping with one eye open. I'm just saying that I would prefer that you didn't go out with them. That would be nice.
Okay. In the words of Beyonce.
Oh, please. Please. All right. I'm going to move forward. Yeah. All right. You and I have talked about the idea that this is Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
Yes.
So I think it would be only fitting for us to end the program today with his "I Have a Dream" speech.
Oh, you're going to end it like that, so you're not going to end on a high note? Because I did have the quote from him.
End our time on both.
Ah,
both
okay.
Right
Sorry.
now, play like I figured we'd.
We're a fabulous couple.
We're on it.
Be like us.
We're on it. All right. So, all right. So I thought that this was I couldn't think of a better way to honor him. So you were able to find the full speech, which was not as easy as I thought.
Well, it's now you know why. It's copywritten till 2038.
Mm-hmm. So then put it out on YouTube.
I don't
and
get.
own the copyright
I don't get
then.
that.
Like,
yeah.
There's other copyright material on YouTube. So,
Yep.
So I thought, a lot of us may not take the time or have in our lifetimes actually listen to the whole speech. So here it is.
I have the pleasure to present to you Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr.
I am happy to join with you today in what will go down in history years ago, a great American in whose symbolic shadow we stand today signed the Emancipation Proclamation. This momentous decree came as a great beacon light of hope to millions of Negro slaves who had been seared in the flames of withering injustice. It came as a joyous daybreak to end the long night of their captivity. Is not free. 100 years later, the life of the Negro is still sadly crippled by the manacles of segregation and the chains of discrimination. 100 years later, the Negro lives on a lonely island of poverty. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will they be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day, even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream. My four little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. governor's races, with its governor having his lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification. One day right now in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day every valley shall be exalted. And every hill and mountain shall be made low, the rough places will be made plain, and the crooked places will be made straight, and the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together. This is our hope. This is the faith that I go back to the South with. With this faith, we will be able to hew out of the mountain of despair a stone of hope. With this faith, we will be able to transform the jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood. With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day. This will be the day. This will be the day when all of God's children be able to sing with new meaning, my country tears of thee. Sweet land of liberty of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride. From every mountainside, let freedom ring. And if America is to be a great nation, this must become true. And so let freedom ring. From the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire, let freedom ring. From the mighty mountains of New York, let freedom ring from the heightening Alleghenies of Pennsylvania. Let freedom ring from the snow-capped Rockies of Colorado. Let freedom ring from the curvaceous slopes of California. But not only that, let freedom ring from Stone Mountain of Georgia.
This is the cue.
Let freedom ring from Lookout Mountain of Tennessee. Let freedom ring from every hill and molehill of Mississippi, from every mountainside. Let freedom ring, and when we happen, when we allow freedom ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last, thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
Motor Company in Monon.
In a small town, it's how you treat your customer. You treat everybody the way you want to be treated. It really is that simple. We have customers that we've been doing business with for 4 generations, and that is only 80 years ago were pretty simple. But one thing that hasn't changed, the customer wants to feel like they're in charge of the transaction. They know what's going on, and they are comfortable with what's happening. That, I don't think, has ever changed. We always want to be upfront with the customer, tell them exactly what's happening, exactly the process that's going to happen. One thing I would like to say to everybody that has supported us over the 80 years, thank you very much. You'll like the way we do business at Goodwine Motor Company in Monon.
Life is about connecting. Music, email, movies, shopping, social media, gaming, and streaming. Nitco is here to help you with all that technology has to offer. Nitco offers high-speed internet for your home or business. Nitco has an incredible lineup of TV channels for all your viewing needs with television the way you want it. Nitco also is your home for telephone service. Need all 3? Nitco has great savings when you bundle. Visit nitco.com today or call 1-800-621-2344 because life is about connecting with Nitco.
Glotzba Pharmacy is your neighborhood pharmacist. At Glotzba, Angie and her team go above and beyond and are there to answer all of your questions with knowledge and care to keep your family at their healthiest or to help your family get nursed back to health. Glotzba Pharmacy is about more than just medication refills. They carry beautiful gift items and collectibles, including candles, balloons, toys, and greeting cards. Check out Glotzba's wide variety of CBD and daily vitamin supplements. Need your annual flu or COVID vaccine to stay healthy this season? Call for your appointment today. Visit Glotzba Pharmacy at 500 South Grand Street in Fowler or visit online at glotzbapharmacy.com. Glotzba Pharmacy, their family caring for yours.
Your home for Chicago Bears football and Northwest Indiana's home for classic rock. The Q, 97.7 FM, WLQI, Rensselaer.
Time for a check of news. This check of news brought to us by EGC Heating and Air, your locally owned Jasper County American Standard dealer. Here's Russ Martin.
There were 15 cars of CSX rail that derailed around 7 a.m. Eastern Time northwest of Monon on Saturday. There were no injuries and no hazardous materials were in the cars that left the track. But the event of the freight train disrupted passenger service on Amtrak's Cardinal to and from Chicago and Indianapolis and beyond. Specifically, service to Chicago was stopped at Lafayette and returned to the capital city, while the southeastbound train from Chicago to Indianapolis and beyond was canceled. Bus transportation was provided. Those who have plans to travel on the passenger train should contact Amtrak regarding your schedule. A second person has been charged with the felony of assisting a criminal following the shooting of Orange County Deputy Sheriff Zach Andre on January 3rd. He is 37-year-old James Adams of Jennings County. Austin Sheppers shot the deputy multiple times before fleeing the area. Sheppers was later killed by law enforcement during a confrontation in Louisville. Investigators believe Adams gave Sheppers a ride while knowing he was wanted by law enforcement. In addition to the felony of assisting a criminal charge, James Adams was charged with a misdemeanor of false informing. Adams was already in jail on another charge when he was told that he was being arrested for this crime. At last report, Zach Andre was still in critical condition. 51-year-old Jeffrey Zonka of San Pierre was back in Jasper Superior Court Judge Russell Bailey's courtroom this week for the latest pretrial conference. Jasper County deputies arrested the man last October on multiple felony counts of child molesting and more. The charges were forthcoming after a female juvenile alleged that actions of this sort took place between 2013 and 2018. One of the 10 counts against Jeffrey Zonka has now been dismissed, and that is the charge of criminal confinement. The next pretrial conference is set for March 17th. The name of the person killed in a one-vehicle rollover crash off Interstate 65 and the cause of death of that person were released Friday morning by the Tippecanoe County Coroner's Office. She was 22-year-old Luisiana Acevedo Sampaio. She was a passenger in a vehicle driven by her husband, 29-year-old Framber Monsart Greiman. The autopsy showed that Sampaio's death was caused by injuries suffered in the crash. Approximately 3 miles south of the State Road 38 Lafayette exit, Montserrat Greiman was incarcerated after release from the hospital as law enforcement suspected he was impaired at the time of the crash. The American Red Cross has announced a blood drive will be held in DeMott on Thursday, January 23rd at the American Reformed Church located at 1021 South Halleck Street, across the street from the elementary school, from noon until 6 p.m. Walk-ins are accepted, but if you would like to set up an appointment to avoid a potential wait, then Google American Red Cross and type in the DeMott zip code of 46310. And stay safe and well, everyone. I'm Russ Martin.
EGC Heating and Air, your locally owned Jasper County American Standard dealer, is available 7 days a week. They provide high-quality, quick service and a satisfaction guarantee. EGC offers a 1-year labor warranty and a 10-year manufacturer warranty on all new installs. With routine maintenance and expertise, EGC will ensure warm winters and cool summers. Call Brady Eagle 219-335-9575 for a free estimate. Residential or commercial, EGC is your independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
Local obituaries are sponsored by Jackson Funeral Chapels.
Respect, dignity, compassion. 3 simple words, yet they mean a great deal to us. They represent those values we strive to offer each and every family we serve, just as we have for nearly 70 years. Jackson Funeral Chapels, Jackson Monuments, and Memory Garden Cemetery.
9-year-old Sean Tristan Taylor of Earl Park, son of Dwayne and Annette Taylor, passed away on January 15th.
Memorials in lieu of flowers may be sent in Sean's memory to United Leukodystrophy Foundation, the Make-A-Wish Foundation, or Give Kids the World Foundation. A celebration of life for Sean Tristan Taylor will be held at Gertz, Windler, and Keller Funeral Homes, Fowler Chapel, today from 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern. Arrangements entrusted to Gertz, Windler, and Keller Funeral Homes, Fowler Chapel. Condolences may be expressed at kellerfh.com. 66-year-old Mark Allen Carter of Attica passed away on January 15th. Visitation will be held from 11 a.m. to 2 Eastern today at First Christian Church in Brook, where funeral services for Mark Allen Carter will be held at 2 o'clock today. Pastor Timothy Ross officiating. Cremation rites will follow this service. In lieu of flowers, memorials may be made to Riley's Children's Hospital or St. Jude Children's Hospital. Condolences may be expressed at kellerfh.com. Arrangements entrusted to Gertz, Windler, and Keller Funeral Homes, Brook Chapel. 54-year-old Mark Anthony Ponto of Fowler passed away January 15th. Visitation will be held Tuesday, January 21st from 5 to 6 p.m. Eastern with a celebration of life service for Mark Anthony Ponto to follow at 6 p.m. Eastern at Gertz, Windler, and Keller Funeral Homes, Fowler Chapel. In lieu of flowers, memorials may be made to the Fowler Community Center. Arrangements entrusted to Gertz, Windler, and Keller Funeral Homes, Fowler Chapel. Condolences may be expressed at kellerfh.com. 80-year-old Carolyn R. Van Vieren of Wheatfield passed away January 17th. Friends may call from 4 until 7 p.m. on Thursday, January 23rd at Bethel Christian Reformed Church in DeMott. Services for Carolyn R. Van Vieren will be held at the Bethel Christian Reformed Church at 7 p.m. on Thursday, January 23rd, with Reverend Jeremy Osterhaus officiating. Graveside services will be held at the Holland Cemetery on Friday, January 24th at 10 a.m. In lieu of flowers, memorials can be made out to Bethel Christian Reformed Church Lift Fund. Boardsman Funeral Home in Wheatfield has been entrusted with the arrangements. That's a look at your area funeral arrangements brought to you by Jackson Funeral Chapels.
Weather sponsored by Rensselaer Care Center, recently named by Newsweek one of America's best nursing homes.
Today, Martin Luther King Day, bundle up. It is freezing out there. Increasing clouds, windy with a high near 12. Wind chill values as low as -16. Tonight, a slight chance of snow showers between 9 p.m. and 3 a.m., then occasional flurries after 3 a.m. Mostly cloudy and windy with a low around -2. Wind chill values as low as -18. Tuesday, sunny, windy, and brutally cold with a high near 4. Wind chill values as low as -19. Tuesday night, partly cloudy and windy with a low around -1. Wind chill values as low as -14. Wednesday, mostly cloudy with wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour and a high near 23. Wednesday night, a 20% chance of snow after midnight. Mostly cloudy with a low around 16.
That's your forecast from the Weather Center.
Put on those thinking caps. It's time now for the Pizza Quiz, brought to you by Rick's Pizza in Rensselaer. You could win a large one-topping pizza from Rick's Pizza. Be caller number 7 at 866-4104. That's 866-4104. Be caller number 7 right now.
What sets Rick's Pizza in Rensselaer apart from the other pizza places? Rick's is locally owned. Their dough is made fresh daily and hand-tossed, not run through a machine. Cheese is grated daily. Toppings are generous, fresh, and your pizza is baked to perfection in a classic stone oven. Looking to try something different? Try a pineapple, apple butter, or barbecue pizza. Call 866-7466 to place your order. Local delivery is available. Open Tuesday through Sunday at 4:30 p.m. Rick's Pizza. Taste the difference.
All right, it's time now for the Pizza Quiz, brought to us by Rick's Pizza in Rensselaer. Your chance to win a one large, one-topping pizza from Rick's Pizza. We're still waiting on caller number 7 to get in to answer today's Pizza Quiz question. 219-866-4104. If you want to get in and attempt to win yourself a pizza on this frigid Monday morning. I'm going to give it a couple more seconds. Otherwise, I'm moving on with the world. There we go. All right. Hi. Who's this? You're calling number 7. Hello.
Hello.
There we go. Now we got you. Good morning. Who's this?
Okay. This is John.
Hi, John. How are you?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good. Let's see if we can get you a pizza. All right. So
Awesome.
Today is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. What year was this first observed in the United States? Because I just found this out myself. What year was this first observed in the United States? Was it 1980, 1983, or 1986? What year was Martin Luther King Jr. A federal holiday observed for the first time? 80, 83, or 86? What do you think?
I'm going to guess 83.
That's a good guess. Go right there in the middle. It was actually 1986 was the first time that it was observed. I'm sorry, John. Maybe next time.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Bummer. No pizza giveaway today, but we will try again tomorrow. See if we can get us a winner.
Winners and families of winners on the Pizza Quiz are ineligible to win for 30 days. The Pizza Quiz is brought to you by Rick's Pizza in Rensselaer.
All right. It is time for us to wrap things up on this frigid, cold Monday morning. Thank you guys so much for spending your morning with us here in the Q and 98 Gold. We appreciate it, but we will not leave you without ending on a high note.
All right. Today's high note, of course, is brought to us by Martin Luther King Jr. on this MLK Day. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that.
Yes, that is true. All right. If you guys missed any of the show, you can check it out on the podcast. It's always available on Spotify, iHeart, Apple Podcasts, wherever you look for your podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening. We appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed listening to the show today as much as we enjoyed doing it. Have yourself a wonderful Monday. Stay warm. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning here in Touhyville. Take care.
If we don't attract an audience, they'll take us off the air.
Welcome to the